I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 74 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist, and our good friend Greg, the Twitter correspondent. And we are happy today to bring to the show a great guest, none other than Mike Bozzelli. Mike Bozzelli is here.
You gotta move the mic for me, Mike.
Well, Mike is...
we're
redoing...
Don't worry.
Nah, you don't gotta put all that
Just
on.
pull the mic up.
As Mike is stumbling.
There we go.
There, it looks good.
He's split. Right.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right. And, so...
And I started as an unpaid intern for 1 month, and they really liked me, and I really liked them, and I stayed for about 3.5 years. And I worked under some of the best attorneys, ever, judiciary committees, all lawyers, and I thought I wanted to be a lawyer too, but I got really burnt out. I started 2021 on Capitol Hill, and so you meet 3-star, 4-star generals. I remember Lou Holtz from Notre Dame came by, when he was coach at USC. My member was from South Carolina. And, you meet so many people, then you just get burnt out. You really do. It's like, just take a number, anything less than a 3-star, take a number, general.
Right.
And I said, this is really not for me. And I always had that entrepreneurial spirit. The restaurant business was in my blood, and I really wanted to continue my father's legacy.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And so I left Capitol Hill. My sister and I, so after, to keep it a long story short, my sister and I opened our Alban Rd store in 2002 in the middle of a snowstorm. We're very good at opening stores in the middle of snowstorms.
It's almost the best time to do it. It gives you a little bit of time to
get prepared.
To get everything.
You're right. They say perfect is enemy of the good.
Yeah, I moved here during the blizzard of '96. So
whoa.
Yeah,
I remember. I was young.
As soon as it stopped snowing and all the snow was on the ground, it was like, okay, let's get out of here. And then we came here.
Epic blizzard. I remember being snowed in for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
during that blizzard.
As soon as it stopped, it was like, okay.
Yeah, we had a tree in my front yard when I lived off of Pohick Road in Lorton. So we had that, the patch of grass front yard from like table to like the ends of the table and like a few feet back. But we had a tree in the middle of it, and I remember as a kid, I came outside after that, after a day or two of the blizzard, and the snow was literally up to the branches. You could not see the base of the tree from all the snow. I'll never forget that. It's probably one of the craziest things I've ever experienced as a child.
Yeah.
Okay. I can imagine.
That was wild.
There's a wee lass.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's,
the Alban Road location, I've seen them. I haven't frequented your restaurant personally, but
I was there yesterday.
Yeah, I need that.
Frequented or never been?
Never been.
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Say that. Don't lie, man.
That's
a lie.
It's his first time here.
It's Capitol Hill, you know what I'm saying. I had to, massage it. But yeah, I definitely got to hit it up, man. You know me. I like to eat. I'm poor choices tonight, but I definitely like to eat. No,
so full disclosure, Greg is eating McDonald's.
Yeah, I got to pass 2 to get here, and I'm like, I got caught up on the Xbox, and I was like,
sorry, man.
At one time, it was 2:30. I'm like, okay, cool, I got time. And next thing you know, it's like, oh, it's 4:45. We need to finish this now because I have to leave.
Well, I ate the other half of my Bozzelli's chicken, steak, and cheese sandwich earlier today. So,
nice. My man. Thank you for supporting a small business.
No worries.
So
I like it because it's not too far from where I live. It's a local business, like you said, and I don't think people are supporting them enough, especially during COVID. There's a lot of the franchise, like, oh, let me order Chipotle or let me order Domino's or something like that. I was like, I'd rather have good food. Like he says he likes food, but obviously,
Dude, I just said I had 15 minutes to get here.
yeah, I know.
And I was
just
still
saying,
late.
I would just go hungry. Like I just
Nah, because you know what we doing after this.
Yeah, it's all right.
You saw me last night. I couldn't.
It's okay. It's okay.
I couldn't drink again on an empty stomach.
So with COVID going on and everything, man, how is that? That's obviously probably affected your business, man.
Usually the whole restaurant industry, the hospitality industry has been
how are you guys doing? You know, I mean, I guess over almost a year or so into it.
You know, as a small business person, RJ, you really learn to roll with the punches. Small business is not for the faint-hearted, because you know, a restaurant is so public. Whereas like maybe like if you own an IT company, you know, everyone's, oh, he's doing this IT thing. But when you're in the restaurant game, it's like it's so public. Oh, this guy's gotta be rolling in the dough. There's this misconception, and it's such a low
No pun
bar.
intended.
Yes, no pun intended.
Yeah.
and I love puns.
Yeah.
But as you know, RJ, you know, from your experience at Papa John's, it's a very low margin business.
Yeah.
And so when COVID hit, we really had to pivot. Our catering book in DC at our DC store, you know, which was like 30-40% of our business, went to zero.
Oof. Oh wow.
So I remember reading Carnival Cruise Lines is reporting this quarter their revenue is down 97%.
That's crazy.
So Carnival, let's say Carnival's doing 100 million. You're down 90. You're doing 3 million now from 100 million. This is just throwing out numbers there.
yeah.
You know, when you're catering, we built our catering book up because DC, it's a huge catering market. So many offices, trade associations, law firms, and everything, and they just call up. We have this many bodies. Sandwich, chip, cookie, you know, we had a huge catering book, and that just went to zero because nobody's in the offices. So we really had to pivot, and so we focused on our online presence. And we had to reevaluate all our partnerships with our third-party delivery guys, so that we can
Get the
make
revenue.
a profit doing that, because unfortunately a lot of third-party guys, I don't want to name names, have not figured out how to make what they're doing a going concern. It's like they're really just burning through investors' capital. They haven't figured it out. But I'll give credit to where credit's due. DoorDash has.
Oh.
And we entered into agreement with DoorDash that has been very mutually beneficial, where where we can make a profit, not what we not what maybe we set as a goal, but we're in the black. Whereas with some other third-party guys, there is no profit. We're subsidizing you to eat our food because they take a hefty percentage off the sale of a ticket.
Is that why? Well, I know recently I noticed that the online order changed. Was that because of that?
Correct. So they said, what's a quote? I love quotes. I think it's to change is to improve. To change a lot is to perfect. So we're always reevaluating. Self-examination is a big part of what we do. How can we get better every day? Let's just get a little better. No one needs to go public. Let's just get a little better.
Yeah.
And we have so many people that work for us and families, you know, how can we all get better together? And so, yeah, so we have been reevaluating these agreements and partnerships. And we just entered into a new partnership with Toast, who's our point of sale provider. And it's made our life a lot easier because they're aggregating a lot of things that we did with these other vendors into one, you know, through them. So it's really helped us.
Gotcha.
And
Man, that's fucking awesome, dude.
so I think I'm getting kind of granular about.
No, that's cool.
No, not at all, man.
You know, RJ, you know, like we were having a discussion about food cost and labor, and I was really interested in, you know, I feel like never dismiss the competition.
No, never, man.
That's what, never dismiss. Even in your game, the podcast game, I know there's a couple. Never dismiss the competition. I think judgment is the biggest, your biggest enemy. Oh, that guy doesn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to speak freely?
Yeah, go for it.
That guy doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Judgment-
you're
I'm surprised
fine,
I
man.
haven't said fuck 5 times already.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
I just,
This is probably we haven't really swore as much as we normally do because we don't want you to think we're belligerents or I'm a belligerent.
No.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I call it passion, and so as
Thank you. Someone that understands me.
I got a quote from one of my professors, and she was like, "Don't worry about how somebody else does their homework. Just do it. Just worry about yourself and do it how you do it. Because you can see somebody out doing business or doing. You can use this quote not quote, but it works for everything. You know what I'm saying? You can see how somebody is living and moving and everything like that, but you don't know how they make their money, how they do what they have to do. So you don't know how somebody can do their podcast. You don't know how somebody does anything. So just worry about what you do, perfect what you do, make sure you do it correctly, and
stick to your guns.
Right.
Yeah,
Because then you be like, what are you comparing yourself for? Like,
To
no
compare is to despair.
Yeah.
You can look at other guys. Joe Rogan,
Right.
killing the game.
If I try to compare our show to that, it's like this is hopeless.
But that's the same
Jared,
thing.
You are unique.
But
This is very unique, and I think you're doing something real, and you're doing it from the heart. You all are here on a Saturday evening. We came here to do this show, and I'll give respect to Joe, but Joe, remember, started on X Factor.
Yeah.
A very bad show.
Yeah.
It's
pretty gross when they're eating the bugs and shit.
He might as well been on Pretty Little Liars. I mean,
It was
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor.
or Fear Factor.
Yeah, Fear Factor.
It was just a bad show.
But it was entertaining. People watched it.
Was it entertaining?
I didn't like it because if they're eating like
bugs,
donkey,
It's entertaining for that market, for the people that
True.
watch it. Like people like watching stuff like that. I personally don't myself.
But then I wrote him off. I said, this guy's a joker.
But then you think about it though. You think about his background. Been a comic since what 89, 90.
89 or something.
Martial arts background. He kind of got into UFC early with Dana White, but where he got a majority of his money, not money. I'm not air quotes counting his dollars or anything like that, but that's a job for him. He's a road comic. They don't really make that much, but you get a hosting gig on NBC. You know what I'm saying? You can parlay that into a nice little paycheck and pay for a nice little studio, because when he started doing the podcast, he was doing Ustream.
Yeah, Ustream, but that was out of his house.
Yeah, but he still had a house to do it out of.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He had a house. He had a little extra income. He would just do little regular conversations with his friends.
Smoke weed and learn and talk shit about shit.
Right. Just talk about stuff that you like. And having that job allowed him the freedom of not having to, be on the road all year. You know what I'm saying? As a comic. So you gotta, whatever your grind is, like how you doing your current job, man, it can parlay into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta look for the benefits of it. Me too, like everybody.
Well, yeah, I was talking to Jared, or both of you guys yesterday, and everything's going great at the new job. It's just I'm not used to having so much downtime, man, because I was in the business for a long time, man. The restaurant business, the pizza making business. I mean, I was very good at it. I mean, I've not to toot my own horn, I've won 2 awards.
Toot, motherfucker.
Yeah,
two-time award winning.
Yeah,
2 times.
So I look at
2 phones.
Yeah.
I look at and after being in it for so long, I have so much of an appreciation and a respect for this business because of what it helped me grow up. It really, really did, and
it also taught you how to run a business.
Yeah, and but as most people know, I know that I was talking to Mike about it before you guys got over here. I did have to make a change in my life for the time being, and I was talking about how Papa John's was suffering overall, and I'm a nice guy, man. I really wanted to do right.
You heard
by
it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Papa John's is going down.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all right. No, but I've worked with some of the best minds in this business, from my perspective, or at least within that company. And I've done some, and I'm sure you have as well, man. I've done a lot of crazy shit.
He is one of the best minds in the business.
To get the job done. I've worked in, blizzards, tornadoes, anything you could possibly think of. I was out there doing it. I'm figuring out a way to make it work. to represent the business. And then when I really started learning how to make pizzas a few years, because I started as a driver, I told you, and once I really started learning how to make pizzas, I learned from so many different people. I mean, I don't know exactly how do you guys stretch your dough by hand?
Yeah, we use fresh dough. We stretch by hand. Because if you use a dough press, you sap the dough of all life.
Yeah, no. So let me tell you something.
Bro,
no, I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, brother.
My shoulder couldn't take it anymore.
So
business.
I eventually had such bad tendonitis in my left elbow and in my arm, man, from doing it for hours and hours a day. Because they want you to be able to be 15 people at once, So I can open the store. Crazy story. I went into work Thursday morning one time. Thursday morning, all my staff is at school. I can run lunch by myself till 3, 4 o'clock, no problem. This lady calls me at 10 o'clock in the morning. She says, I need 50 pizzas by 12:30. I'm the only one there and my 2 drivers. I said, yeah, it's fine. And I got it done. But it's probably one of the craziest things I've ever done.
So 50 cheese and pepperoni or 50
no,
specialties?
There's a combination of everything. I would say there's like 10 cheese, 10 pepperoni, 10 works, which is a supreme.
So to mitigate that, I would say I'm doing half cheese, half pepperoni.
Well, shit, I didn't think of it at the time. I was like, what do you need? And she told me, I said, okay, I'll get it there for you. And I got it there for her. I mean, I really
prided myself. That call for she said I need it in 30 minutes or something?
No, I've had some crazy customers. I'm sure, Mike, you've probably had your fair share of people who have way too high of expectations of people.
I always say I need to put somebody at the door.
Yeah.
But back to your initial point was, in your current job you have a lot of downtime.
Yeah, so I've been soul searching a little bit, because I did this every day for so long, and I have downtime now, and I really, or at least yesterday, I was kind of thinking, is this my life now? Like, is this what I really do?
This man's about to drop a gem, and
all right, I just want to finish.
I mean, he's the king of knowledge bombs over there. I'm sucking it all in from RJ.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating all of it. But a friend of mine crystallized it for me. He said, Mike, in your business, you're always on. And I said, wow, you're right. Even if the store's empty, you never know when you're going to get a call like RJ got. I need 50 pizzas in a half an hour, and I want 20 white pizzas. I want meat lovers. I want all these specialty pizzas, which take more time. Yeah. That's why I said you should, if you could have set coaxed her into, hey, I could do half cheese, half pepperoni for you to get this order out, ma'am. And I'll give you free dessert if you work with me. But you're always on in our business, and I think that's where a lot of the health issues may stem from. You're always on in this business, and
stressful.
I have friends in IT and construction, and it's just a different dynamic. It really is. They go to lunch, they forget about things. We work lunches.
Yeah,
you are lunch.
We're feeding the people on
break. That's your busy
time.
Is lunch.
We are lunch, and then we had an oven issue the other day, and the tech decides to come during lunch. And I get a text. They're like, Mike, what's wrong with the oven? They want to work on it. I looked at my smartphone.
Was it working? Was it working at the time? Working enough?
It was operational.
Oh, yeah.
But something needed to be addressed, and the control panel was going bad.
Oh, okay.
And I looked at what time it was. It was 11:30. And I said, absolutely not.
Come back later.
Thank you.
This is not the time.
Unless if it's running, man, just leave it be.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to come and break something else in the process. But yeah, we did reschedule, and the tech came at 8 a.m. and things worked out. But that's really experience. And then if we want to talk about COVID again, all these years that I've been in the business. I left Capitol Hill at 25. I remember when I told my senator I'm leaving, he said to me, when most people leave, they go to the White House or the Pentagon. What are you doing? I said, I'm opening a restaurant, sir. Awkward silence.
Yeah. Just ask. You should have been like, you eat, right?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, okay.
But he told me, You're Italian. Italians are good cooks, and you'll do fine.
It seems a little racist. A little bit. It's a smidge. You said he's from South Carolina, so maybe.
Okay. South Carolina. Yeah, that was.
So he said, "Yeah, Italians are good cooks, and you'll do fine." I said, "I appreciate that,
that
sir." And I've learned a lot, being up here, but this is not for me.
Yeah.
I guess you could say I am a man of the people. My dad was a counterman for years. My uncle was more back of the house, and my dad was more front of the house. If you came in and asked my dad for Thousand Island dressing, he would say, "I have 999."
Right.
I mean, he would just love to put a smile on your face and just get to know you, and that's our business. It's a people business. And Greg loves quotes. You're gonna love this quote, Greg. Confucius says, "He who does not smile should not open up a shop."
Yeah. Like, who's going to come into your shop and you sit there
you're
mad?
just pushing people
If
away,
you're mean
man.
mugging, who's going to come into your shop if you're mean mugging?
You got to be welcoming. You got to be warm.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. And so with I guess for the time being, for myself, I was telling.
RJ just had to get his smile back.
It's all right, man. It's okay. It's
Shawn Michaels, I
you
need
have to
get
get
my
the
smile back. Like,
It's
what?
all right. I'm not because I since I've been away from it for about 3 months or so now. I mean, for the first time in many years. I won't lie to you. I do miss it on some days because
It's in your DNA now.
Yeah,
You were doing it for so long.
yeah. So I'm trying to. I have a different sleep schedule now. I have a different work schedule in
Better
my
sleep
life.
schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I can take better care of myself, which is fine. Obviously, I got a beer in my hand that doesn't. It's kind of contradictory.
I think Lucky's being closed kind of improved everybody's sleep schedule.
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit.
I was not aware of that.
What? Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Wait, what?
was it last December? Not last December. December before last. Lucky.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right before. Like,
Yeah, it was right before.
the week in between, the week after Christmas and before New Year's.
Okay,
It closed down.
that's
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in that place.
A lot.
Lucky's was your watering hole.
Yes, I mean
Okay.
it's
Yes, it
it was it was just a fun place to be. I mean, yeah, it had its fair share of definitely moments, but I mean it's just everybody knows everybody. You can go in there on a Saturday night when the fight's
Everybody
on.
knows
Your
Your name,
Right.
yeah.
It was pretty much just cheers. Yep, cheers for sure.
And you can go in there on a football Sunday. I mean, you could go in there any day of the week and just see somebody and just chalk it up after work, and it was comfortable.
That's
and,
therapeutic.
You
It
know,
really is just talking it out and male camaraderie and hanging out with the boys and that's great.
I mean, we had some of our some moments I'll never forget. I was in there when the Caps won the Stanley Cup. The bars packed. I mean, it's so weird.
in there every day.
I wasn't there every other day, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's everybody won a Stanley
We were
Cup.
there for
Yeah.
the Nats too.
well, yeah, and then we were there when the Nats won too. So moments like that, when everybody's like,
Priceless. You never
Yeah,
forget.
everybody
You're-
comes
you're
together.
Close friends.
it was really sad when it unfortunately closed. I mean, we were pretty. I think I can speak for most of us
Came out,
locally. We didn't feel right for a while. It's like, where do we go?
We
There's
still don't
nowhere
feel
really.
Do we know the backstory?
I think he was just done.
There was.
Rent was getting raised on him.
Yeah, they were.
I think that
had-
whole spot they're trying to push people out there.
Yeah.
Like you were saying with the other place, they're raising the rent on a lot of places. And,
What are they putting at the Amazon place right there? Isn't that supposed to be the Amazon grocery store with shoppers?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
so. No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
Greg's right.
So yeah, I think they were hiking everybody's rent up to kind of
Amazon's coming. We got to get them in here.
And there was
Amazon or Whole Foods?
Amazon.
Whole Foods is owned by Amazon. now.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it would be an Amazon. Oh,
I think
Whole Foods.
It's
I
an
think it's
Amazon
like
Go store. I think that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, we go in and it's like actually
And it's just like beep, beep,
Yeah,
and it
no-
automatically charges you.
yeah no what do you call it
no cashiers.
no cashiers nothing like that.
Cashless.
Right.
Okay. Oh, so shoppers will be converted into an Amazon.
That's what I
Damn
think.
near already there.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't-
what it's becoming.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
who knows?
I can't for sure say that that's what it is, but it's already almost done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
don't quote me on that.
I mean,
but I
time-
think that's what I've been hearing.
times are changing. So I mean,
People talk.
That's huge. And then I'm a little older than you, Spring Chickens, but Bungalow was the spot prior to Lucky's.
Yeah. No.
Dollar bottles, I think on
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes, that was a good spot.
That was
But so I'm a big fan of design, and I don't remember the bar top had
Pictures and all that stuff.
from of the various owners' families, vacations, graduations, and I did like that.
I remember there was this chick's titties hanging out.
Yeah, everybody knew that one. Everybody knew where that one was.
Hey, man.
I'd be like staring at it.
I didn't see that one.
I don't think I've
got
seen it
you.
either. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
probably
have not. If you did, you would have been like, "Yeah, I'll see it."
I don't have.
I stand right here every day.
I don't have vague memory of it, so maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't.
I
don't know.
remember exactly where it was. I would just stand right in that spot and be like,
Damn.
I have been to the Jimmy John's of that shopping center. A good friend of mine, my best friend lives down the street from there.
Can I?
Yes.
What do you think of Jimmy John's,
Okay,
food wise?
Greg, very good question. And I love talking about concept. I love talking shop. We could talk shop. I don't know how long is this show, but how many beers do you have?
It's fine. I've got. Don't worry. I've got plenty, man.
I brought this little cope of wine, but okay, that I'm nursing here. Jimmy John's. So when we opened our Crystal City store, that was our first expansion store, Greg. It was small. It was only 627 square feet. I didn't have a lot of capital to wager, so I said, let's go small. And Crystal City at the time was a crapshoot. The Navy had left overnight.
Oh.
It was not cool. NAVCs apparently had
that's where DeVry is, right?
Pardon?
DeVry?
DeVry
It's right next
Nursing
there.
College?
Yeah.
Do they have a nursing college? No,
Yeah,
Chamberlain's a
upstairs.
nursing college, yes.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah,
DeVry's upstairs.
DeVry's there, yeah.
So it's right down in the corner.
We're if you come out of DeVry and make a hard right, we're up there.
Okay.
So we're in literally a commercial closet. We're adjacent to a Starbucks. We're adjacent to the
Okay, I know where it is.
Yeah, it's this huge Starbucks, and the owner of that building is very pro small business, and he wanted a good Italian deli in there. He said, I wasn't keen on Starbucks, but I own this apartment building, and we're trying to lease it up. And
Yeah.
it helps to have a Starbucks here, but
Heck yeah.
I want something local and small. I want some small business guys, and I really like you guys. So we went in there, and at the same time we opened, Jimmy John's opens down the street.
No competition, dog.
But two different concepts, Greg. So I know that family that runs that Jimmy John's, the franchisees, really good guys, 3 brothers, and they used to send me all their grilled sub business, and I was doing handstands. I was like, yes, my first expansion store, bootstrapping it, and I was like, yes, I'm going to get all Jimmy John's grilled subs. They don't have hot subs. This is awesome. And steak and cheese is a signature item for us. Meatball parm, chicken parm, eggplant parm.
What to cry?
I'm average.
Hey, you need to go, man.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
no.
faking, dog. Don't worry.
It's good food, man.
I'm shamelessly advertising here.
It's all right, man. That's what
we're here for.
Talking my own book. But hey,
ABM.
Mad Scientist Lab podcast.com. It's where it's at. If I see you guys going to Spotify to look up Joe Rogan, I'm not going to be happy. But Joe's a good guy. So I said to myself, wow, I'm getting all Jimmy's hot business. I'm going to kill it. I'm like Silk the Shocker. You remember Silk the Shocker?
Yeah.
I think Silk the Shocker was the first true baller.
What's brother? P.
Well, yeah, P.
Master P's
Yeah.
nephew?
That's his brother.
Yeah.
Master P's brother, but the way he rolled, the self-confidence,
That's true. Yeah.
and I loved it. I really loved it. I think he inspired Wheezy. No, maybe not in terms of form, but just the bravado.
Nah, it's two different.
Yeah.
Same city, same era.
But Silk just had
So
zero.
he was
zero
a different.
fucks.
He was like I'd
Yeah,
say he's like
Silk
the
definitely
Jay-Z,
didn't give a fuck.
the Jay-Z of the South.
Zero fucks. And
Yeah.
then so and I was like, okay, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna be like Silk the Shocker up here. But no. Do you know why Jimmy doesn't sell hot subs?
What's that?
Because you're not paid for your time. You're paid for your value. Jimmy specializes in cold subs.
Yeah.
Jimmy has 2,000 plus stores, and he just got acquired by Rourke Capital for $2 billion.
Jesus.
And has a $100 million yacht. I do not want any of these things. And something you may not know about me, I'm a huge Buddhist. It doesn't mean that, we can't have Air Maxes or Yeezys like Greg, but
Hey, man.
but
Oh, you are wearing them. I didn't even.
Shots fired.
but
Didn't he had to say nothing? I mean, you see it. Say no, I'm playing.
That's really not what motivates me. I don't want $100 million yacht, and it's really about bringing people together. And if you know that about Bozzelli's, I mean that's who we are. We've could have taken private equity money and grown the brand or not. But what I learned from Jimmy is stay in your lane.
Oh.
And what I learned from Jimmy also was scalability, sustainability. 2,000 stores, you can't be doing steak and cheeses and chicken parms and meatball and wings and pizzas and all the different categories.
Or honey mustard.
Or he's single platform.
And you can't advertise fast like that, like
Freaky fast delivery. And how does he do freaky fast delivery?
Oh,
1 mile radius.
yeah, he's right.
Wow.
So
I'll give Jimmy mad props for that. 1 mile radius, very smart. I can't. So we used to do 5 mile deliveries, RJ.
Yeah.
I used to do, from Alban Road. I would deliver to Mason Neck.
oh yeah, no,
shit.
wow.
That's far.
Is that Gunston Road? That's not
Yes,
Gunston
yes.
Road, right?
That's far.
I would deliver to Mason Neck. Just trying to take care of people, and I have a lot of friends down there too. Hey, Mike, can we get some pizzas? Games. I was like, all right, I got you, fellas. I send a driver. It's Friday night. I'll see that driver back Saturday morning.
That's long. That's a long.
and you get
trip,
no
though.
service back there.
There's no service back there. I actually have some friends that live down there as well.
A lot of good people live down
Yeah,
Mason
I
Neck,
mean,
yeah.
so I
old Lorton people. That
Oh,
back
yeah.
22079.
yeah. So, but no, I know what you mean. I think my Kingstown location, I covered basically a lot of Rose Hill and Franconia Road. I did some of Springfield, mostly.
What was your radius?
I would say about 4.5 miles.
That's huge.
yeah,
That's
4.5.
too much.
So,
That's too much.
so
Is
basically,
that corporate dictating that?
that's the franchise. I don't know who. So basically, so
I don't know
you
what
see where my
dumbass said
neighborhood.
that.
So you see where my neighborhood is, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Kingstown is not even 10 minutes down the road from here.
Dense, yeah.
Look for the Lambo with the chromed out.
Yeah, the chromed
paint.
out, the wheel.
Paint job, yeah.
I want to get to that. By the way, one thing that, not to cut you off. RJ,
No, that's fine, man. Don't worry.
that I've noticed sometimes on your social media, you post pictures of like the nicest car, but then you twist it into like this is not mine, but blah blah blah. You can order it today.
Yeah, so everyone thinks I drive a Lambo. I don't. I drive a Prius.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
That's a clutch car right there. Man.
I love the Prius.
Every
the
time I
gas
think of the
mileage.
Prius, I think of the other guys when they got all the white shit in this. They're
Dirty Mike was here.
No,
Dirty Mike and the boys.
and he were like, it looks like Scarface sneezed on your car, and it's just like they had all the powder and shit on it.
I remember. I don't know who was that comedian, the Greek guy who used to roll with. Oh my God, what's this rapper's name? What is this rapper's name? He's one of my favorite. It sings Ballin'. Souza.
Jones?
Jim Jones?
Souza.
Souza.
Who sings the song Souza?
That's Chief Keef.
Chief
Keef.
Keef.
Oh, okay.
Chief Keef. Who's the comedian, the Greek guy, Mike or Macklemore or is a comedian. There's a Greek guy. He was on MTV, curly hair, kind of cheesy Greek guy.
Thinking about it.
He used to roll with Chief Keef.
Wow.
And he said Chief makes Jay-Z seem like he drives a Prius. Because Chief is so real and hood.
Yeah.
And so, but I said, I need a Prius now. But
Dude, when I went to LA, I saw like the dopest looking Prius. It was all blacked out. Everything was blacked out. I'm like, dog, that's a fucking Prius. That's kind of tight.
yes. But back to Jared's point. So we're always looking for content. Content is king. Cash is dead. Bitcoin is 40,000 now.
Yeah, man.
Cash is dead. Bitcoin is king, and content is king. And I'm always looking for content. And so Instagram, as you know, Lambos, Bugattis, Paganis, they get a lot of likes. So I said, what if I just stand and if I could find like some supercar and just stand in front with like a Bozzelli's bag, and everyone's gonna assume that I just copped this car.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And so everyone's like, so I get all these likes. Oh, Mike's driving a Pagani. No, I just got an eggplant parm with mozzarella.
Look what I got.
And so
It's a sin.
and so my mom and I. So there was a heartfelt post. I took my mom. Where did I take my mom? She likes Charlie's fries.
Charlie's.
Yeah,
In the mall.
correct.
Yeah, my mom, not my mom, my sister. She loves that place.
Yeah, so my mom likes their fries.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, Mom, let's go, you know. So I took my mom, and there was a Phantom in the parking garage at Pentagon City Mall. And I said, Mom, get next to this car. So everyone's going to think I just bought my mom a Phantom.
Stay next to this.
And my mom's like, what? What is this? What do you? And she started touching it. She's like, this is. I was like, yo, chill.
Is this my new birthday present?
I was like, Mom, just stay right next to it. But I said, my mom taught me to appreciate the little things in life. My mom likes Charlie's fries, and I'm here to take her to get Charlie's fries. And the little things are more important than even like this Phantom.
Right.
You know, you can't. That's priceless. The Phantom, you know, it loses 50% of its value if you drive it off the lot.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Pointless.
No,
They're cool. I don't know. The supercars
they're
are
big
cool
as
to
hell.
look at.
Well,
I mean, if I had the money, I would probably get
Phantoms are big.
the
It's big
the
boxes.
McLaren, whatever the McLaren, what is it? I forgot the number. 720. Yeah,
720.
I just want a Toyota. I just want a Tacoma.
a Tacoma.
Oh hell yeah.
I know somebody who might be selling one. He's probably still selling it for $13,000, but
Tacoma
It's a
run
burgundy.
forever. You can put
Yeah.
half
That's
a
what it-
million miles on that baby.
That's exactly why I want that thing.
I can put you in touch with the person.
I mean, I'm
see
not
if they
buying it
still
right
want-
now.
Oh, I'm just saying it's available and it's been sitting in someone's garage for a while. It's got like barely any miles on it.
For 13,000?
That's what the last
Whoa.
price that this person quoted me for.
All right, yeah, let me know.
Okay.
Put me on.
yeah, let them know.
I might want to get it. Fuck it.
Oh my God, this guy.
I gotta say, madscientistlabpodcast.com is where it's at, guys. RJ called me or DM'd me on Facebook. I was like, who's this guy? I thought I blocked him.
Yeah. I was sending him pictures of pizzas, and I was like, "What do you think, Mike? What do you think?"
Hey,
and
what do you
he's
think?
like,
Hey, what are you gonna do? Hey, he was wearing a wire. You want to talk Sopranos? We could talk Sopranos, bro.
Dude, I need to rewatch it.
Oh my God, I watch a episode every day.
Damn.
Greg,
I would-
it's just background music. I can't. Netflix gives me anxiety now.
Yeah, because it's so much.
I don't know what to watch,
Yeah.
Jared. It gives me anxiety. I can't do it. I'll go to YouTube because I know what I want,
That's yeah.
and then I'll go to HBO Max for Sopranos.
Yeah.
They gotta figure something out about Netflix.
It's
I don't know what they could do.
It's no, I think
it's
it's
a lot.
oversaturated. Yeah, a little. So I generally, when I put something on before I go to bed, what I'll either put on, I have a habit of doing this. I've been watching a lot of The Simpsons reruns lately
Cool,
on Disney Plus. I think most of us got that for Mandalorian. Very, very awesome. But
Baby
it's like,
Yoda.
you know what?
Paid $70 a year for one fucking show.
It's all right. I mean, so I
Wanda-
think
that's a good
WandaVision
point.
came
Yeah.
on now.
Oh yeah,
John
that's-
Favreau, if he's like multi-billionaire status now, anything
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy touches turns
It's
to
gold.
gold.
Yep.
Swingers.
I
Started
watched
Swingers.
I watched
Yeah,
the-
another Joker. I thought he was a Joker. This guy's behind every
Oh,
huge
man.
Disney, DreamWorks,
Iron Man.
thing, and I thought he was a Joker.
Yeah.
Well, I just watched another movie. It was him. John Lug was on it's called The Chef. And it was
That was good.
That was a good movie.
Father son thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And the food truck. That was cute.
And it
That
had
was
it was like good music and everything. Like it was like hard. Like all the music was good in that.
He flipped that into a Netflix show. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
a
still
cooking
the
show.
one that he has on there right now.
Right.
That's
but
where
he,
that came
but from that movie, from what he learned, like making that movie, he said, "Fuck that!" Like,
I might as well make
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna have chefs come in and teach me their techniques and everything like that. So I tend to cut Netflix off because it's a lot, and I can't.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, I'd rather if I'm like I have it now, for like 3 months. I got like a little 3-month card of it. But I still don't watch it. I watch YouTube. I go on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I'm on YouTube more than anything because I watch podcasts because just I'm
learning your
market,
trade.
Yeah, market
Learning your
research.
trade. Learning
So
your trade. Awesome. Yeah, you could think about YouTube if just devote 30 minutes a day to learning something new.
Right.
Wow. Change
Watch
your
something
life.
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
watch
watch
something
something
positive.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, okay. We had this discussion a few. Okay, favorite movie, Vanilla Sky.
Really?
really,
Oh,
Man, that movie gave me a headache.
dude, that's
I
that's
really-
a That's actually a dope ass
Yeah,
movie,
it's a
dude.
good movie.
That's a very good.
I
movie.
love Tom.
Anything
Cruise.
Tom Cruise. I was gonna say
Tom
that.
Cruise just badass,
Yep.
and then the story, dreams upon dreams, and then it has success. But a lot of writers say success is very problematic because once someone's successful, what do? What did they do? They busted the most handsome Hollywood actor's face in the movie to create drama. To give, I mean, I said what in the storyline. I love Vanilla Sky, and then recently Irishman.
Oh, you like the Irishman?
Irishman?
After the second, third, it was Martin Scorsese's most indulgent, very expensive farewell.
Right.
Why so many studios passed on it? They're like, Martin, this is like, and then the hit scenes are so bad. Just De Niro walking up on some cat, pow.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to it, nothing choreographed. You know, like Godfather 3 was bad, but everyone remembers the scene in the Italian festival.
Yeah,
when they pop Joey Zaza.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know, everybody that was
Zaza.
Yeah, Zaza. That was a good scene. That was a good hit scene. You know, and then when Sonny. When Sonny gets hit,
yeah,
Dude, that's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
The first one. I mean, everybody likes the second.
He's at the
Godfather.
toll booth and they just pull out all the Tommy guns and just pretty much Swiss cheese.
They slaughtered my boy.
I like the first one because he comes home with his Marine uniform on.
Oh my God.
Hey, don't hate.
Semper
I'm not
Fi.
hating.
Semper Fi, yes.
I'm not hating. I like it. I like his journey through that movie.
Yes. So what I am learning is like, and so we talked about COVID, so we realized we had to beef up our online presence, and it's really I don't know if you watched the 4 Jared on YouTube, FOHR.
The 4.
The 4. This guy is a Instagram guru, and he says in order to sell anything, you gotta tell a story.
Yep.
And if you notice, anytime we go to a new, let's say there's a new XYZ pizza shop, you're gonna click on About Us, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Everyone clicks on it. You don't think about it. You like, and like Five Guys. I know them, and they're great guys too. People love to know where those potatoes come from.
Yep.
You know what?
Idaho potatoes, man.
I need to be taking notes right now.
Hey, the
No,
Idaho.
it's like I go in there, and I'm like, wow. Why am I reading where these potatoes come from? You know, it's like they say it's a millennial thing. Millennial want to know. I think no, it's a human thing. We love story, the best stories, biblical, Buddhist. You know, I mean, you got to tell a story, and I think
Star Wars.
Star. George Lucas, and so Pixar. They say Steve Jobs, you know, the big techie, right? He used to get into shouting matches with Michael Eisner from Disney. They acquired Pixar. And Steve Jobs was like, fuck off. And he's like, you know, we need more CGI in this. We need this. Fuck off.
Man.
We're writing the story first.
Right.
Let my storytellers work. And then we'll give you your stupid CGI so you can justify our $200 million budget or whatever.
And the thing is, the CGI doesn't make it better.
There you go.
When you build a set, that's when practicality is what makes it better.
I think so too. I mean, that's what they did with the Mandalorian. A lot of it is practical. I mean, they have this big.
No, the Mandalorian's green. Like a lot of that is green screen.
I know, but they build a lot of like the ship that they're on.
Right.
That's like they got the old guy from ILM. Industrial Light and Magic to build the whole ship again, and that every time you see that's not CGI. That's
I know.
That's the actual ship.
Everything behind it though is CGI, but that's how you're supposed to do it. Like I can touch this table, whatever. Like the table is part of the story. Whatever's behind it, it's not like we're outside and then you just see like a little droid walk past the CGI. No, the whole
this
thing
is considered. I mean, if you want to technically, this is considered CGI.
I can't put my hand behind my hat. My hat is invisible right now.
Well, story. The thing about story, man, is I agree because I agree with you. I think that's why movies like The Godfather, and I mean, obviously, there's various other films in the world, or just in general, or TV shows, or some sort of, or even I'm a big wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan my whole life.
That's
It's
all
not.
stories.
It's.
Now I'm talking to Chad Dukes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's all story.
Yeah. I'm a big wrestling fan. So stories.
Chad blocked me on Twitter.
Oh.
He blocks every. He
That's
blocked me
pride.
too.
I would
blocked you
take
too.
pride in that. Personally, myself. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be negative, but
No, I get you.
I
think I said
didn't
something.
say anything salty. He just blocked me. I don't know.
He just
why.
blocks people for no reason.
because he's a
Well, we're not going to go there, but I think I said something. He made like he did. I used to listen to the show religiously, driving back and forth to work.
When LeVar was there.
Well, LeVar.
I mean,
LeVar was still there.
LeVar was nice.
Yeah,
LeVar
I think,
Arrington.
LeVar. I think balanced Chad out. LeVar was very. That's why he's on NFL Network right now, right?
yeah.
Yeah. LeVar is. I get it why LeVar was on there. I'm sorry not to cut you off.
No worries. I think he said he did some kind of weak impression of the guy from The Simpsons, like worst something ever, and then I said something back, and I thought I was joking around. He was like, well, blah blah blah, I'll be on silent or mute, whatever that shit is. So I'm like, oh well, fuck it. I stopped being a fan of him after that.
Yeah, you've got to really. If you're on any social media, you've got to develop thick skin. I've had people tell me they threw up after they ate my pizza, but they really like the mozzarella sticks. I had someone a couple weeks ago said, we ordered your pizzas. We've ordered them in the past. We really like you guys, but this pizza we ordered did not look like the picture.
Yeah, I've had people like that.
No problem, sir. Happy to refund you. Now, in my younger days, yeah, I probably would have thrown something, but you've got to develop thick skin in this business, and you're not going to make everyone happy. You try to put your best foot forward. Happy to refund you, sir.
Yeah,
and the guy was pleasant too. We appreciate that. This does not need to be confrontational.
I said it's sort of a joke, but it's not appropriate.
What'd you say?
It's sort of a joke, but it's not appropriate.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to say it.
It's your show, so if it's not appropriate,
No, I'm not going to say it today. I think we're all being better today
All right.
than usual.
No, hey, I love talking trash too. So
Your titties didn't look like that inside the bra. Wasn't expecting that. Why are they so?
Why is that inappropriate?
Because I was
For this show?
No, I was going to say something else.
See, now I'm gonna have to.
Here's
Nah,
layers. Layers.
Don't
on
play.
layers.
Don't do them.
Yes.
Hey man, you sent her in here with them titties. What you expect?
Oh, man. Anyway,
There you
The
go.
show was the show.
that push-up bra was doing something different for them titties at the same time. Anyway, I lost
Okay.
I lost it. I lost the joke. It's not even.
was Mad Scientist inspired by the '80s movie?
Well, I don't know.
The name of your podcast.
Jared.
Well, this is mostly Jared's.
Yeah, this is Jared's baby.
Yeah.
You remember Mad Scientist from the '80s
Yeah, like no,
movie?
no, I don't remember that one.
You guys are born in like '99.
No,
Hell, I was born in 83.
I'm
88. I'm
1983. I take
we
pride
might
in that
be
right here.
around the same age.
Okay.
I was 70. I was 79.
I'm 32, man. I'm 32. So
You didn't see Mad Scientist?
I probably did. I just don't remember.
Okay. So
But
Breakfast Club.
oh yeah.
yeah,
We actually
Come on, Weird Science.
Weird Science.
I was about to say, but hold on.
Sorry.
No, it's
Weird
cool.
Science.
I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
There you go, brother.
Man, scientist. I'm like,
The
I heard that
corrector.
one.
Thank you for correct. Yeah.
But then you
It was
said
Weird
Breakfast
Science.
Club. I'm like, okay. Weird
Oh,
Science.
the guy from the Breakfast Club. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
it-
best movie from the '80s.
mine. It's so hard.
I'm gonna pull out my same one that I always pull out.
Okay, so mine, and I'm gonna say Escape from New York with Kurt Russell.
Well, isn't that your like favorite movie?
It's
you
one
just
of my
click-
favorite.
Oh.
I just glitched out when you said that
Isn't
question.
that kind of a sleeper?
It is.
It's cult
but
classic.
It's a cult. I like. I mean, I love the
Donnie
first.
Darko.
You asked that question,
it's
and I like glitched out. I was like,
yeah,
I don't remember that.
What is the best movie from the 80s? Because it's like categories.
there's so many. I
So,
mean, Predator.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because if you
Predator
include
was-
Scarface or something, but
Yeah.
Nah, Scarface. Scarface is not a good movie.
you don't like the story?
It's a good bad movie.
It's a
Is that-
good bad movie.
Like if you think about it, like if you,
It's not choppy.
It's
It's not
cheesy.
staccato. What was cheesy about it?
the acting was a little cheesy.
By who?
Pacino.
Really?
I mean, it's hammy. It's
Oh,
hammy, but it's put it like this: if it had different music, and
the soundtrack was amazing.
if it had different music, it
Elvira's
wouldn't work.
Theme,
Yeah.
Push It to the Limit.
If you
know, it's Brian De Palma too.
right,
Um,
it's. I mean,
But who wrote that?
Brian De Palma.
No. He directed it.
He wrote that.
What was the guy? He was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently.
Is it Oliver
He did
Stone?
Platoon.
Oh,
Oliver
Oliver
Stone.
Stone.
Oliver Stone, yeah.
If there's anything cheesy, it was Loja, Frank Loja.
I mean, yeah.
Frank, right?
Yeah.
Tony's boss.
Yeah.
Yep.
He may have been cheesy and said, "Who wants to assassinate me?" That. But I don't see a cheese factor.
I'm not saying it was. I'm like looking back on it. It's like you can look back and like, oh, it was a good movie. But at the time, you got not Robert De Niro, Al Pacino playing a Cuban, hammy, like extra hammy. Tony Montana, like it's extra ham on that movie. But it's it's so well directed and it's so well put together that it's like, I mean, it works.
But if we look contextually, he's kicked out of Cuba.
Oh no, the story
He's a criminal kicked out of
the story's
Cuba.
good.
So he's going to be rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think Tony
And then he goes from being poor and on the streets as a cook, as a dishwasher,
yes.
all the way up to one of the richest
Kingpin.
motherfuckers in the country. So he's gonna have some.
But there's something compelling about the movie. Because anytime it's on, if it's on FX or something, you will stop.
Well, that's one of
to
those.
watch.
That's one of those ones that became a cult classic though, because when it first.
I think it was rated X when it first came
Right.
out. Yeah, I think
that's
it was
what when I say it was
so
a
graphic.
good bad movie, it found a second life, like in dollar theaters. You know that, right? Like that's the history of that movie. It bombed in box offices, and then it started going to like dollar theaters and like black neighborhoods and stuff, and people loved it, and they never understood why.
Yeah,
but it's
Oliver Stone talked about that.
Right.
When
It may have been hard to market at that time.
right, because for people that were used to Godfather, Pacino, fucking Serpico, all this stuff, it's like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? The people deemed it like it's not like a good movie, but it's compelling. It's very compelling, but it's very. I'm not trying to shit on the movie, but it's very hammy. Everybody,
what is
everybody.
what is a good movie, Greg?
Oh, I mean, Godfather's like my ultimate like.
So
movie.
you like story,
subtlety. I like subtlety in a movie.
cinematography, story, subtlety. Okay, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't have to scream.
Right.
Things out like say hello to my little friend.
But it's
but that scene is just so
It's
timeless.
iconic, yeah.
It's
It's
iconic.
iconic,
yeah.
That's like iconography, and that's why I like Vanilla Sky, because he's saying everything you know has been really recorded.
I gotta watch that again.
You haven't really thought for yourself. And so Krishnamurti, who's on YouTube, a huge mystic that I fall asleep to every night, says the brain, we use the brain to solve problems, but the brain is never free of problems because you're not here, you're not attending. You're like RJ right now, he's not paying attention to me.
No, yeah. I'm just fucking lit.
It's these fireballs.
No.
But if we really
It's that
paid,
phone.
It's
paid
not.
attention, we wouldn't need to record anything in our brains.
Right.
And so that Vanilla Sky, be in the moment, brother.
Right.
Thank you.
I need to rewatch Vanilla Sky because I went to see it in movie theaters, and I had a migraine like halfway through
that
it.
Sucks.
So something like that, I always think of that movie and that experience. I was at the Hoffman like by myself, and I was just in the movie theater like dying. And I was like, I walked out the movie. I was like, I didn't know his face is all fucked up at the end. I don't know what happened. And then I just never really went back to watch it. But I need to check it out again, man. Like it was.
I think the chemistry between Penelope and Tom
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
And they started dating after that, and I don't know, went south, and then
That went down.
I mean, that's
but
life. Shit happens.
I don't know. I haven't. It's hard to find chemistry like that between actors.
Yeah.
And Tom gets a lot of haters, man. Unfortunately, a lot of haters.
Because I think a lot of it is the Scientology and like the Oprah jumping up on Oprah's couch didn't help. Like,
but what was it? He met a girl. He was in love, and he was excited.
I don't have a problem with
I don't
it.
know why people got to hate on that. I mean,
He makes good movies. Like,
yeah,
fuck
you
that.
know,
He goes hard, man.
he does.
Nah,
he does
I got no
stunt
beat.
scenes.
He goes hard.
That's the thing that I like.
And if
the
he
most
came in
about
here,
it.
I swear to God, he'd give you like a 3-hour interview.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to be Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's chill cat.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with Tom Cruise.
No, the thing is, I think
I don't.
so.
Oh, didn't I shit on Tom Cruise?
Yes.
No.
We're gonna relive that. I'm gonna put that out.
What was the movie I was talking about?
Content is king. I'm gonna chop that up and put that
What
out.
was the movie? What was I talking about at the time? Was I drinking?
We're always kind of drinking.
Yeah, it was
unfortunately.
part of the show, bro.
No, what was it though? It was
I'm
something
partaking
specific.
more than anybody else today.
It was something specific
okay.
about him that I was tripping about.
We were talking about Top Gun, and then you started shitting on all his movies.
I can't shit on all his movies because I love fucking what's the name? Days of Thunder.
Days of
Thunder.
I love Days of Thunder. I love Days of Thunder.
What was his name? Rickle?
Travis
Trickle.
Trickle.
Rickle.
Oh,
I thought it was Trickle. Rick Trickle. Something like
that's
that.
somebody
Nah,
else.
Travis Bickle. Is
No, that's,
Robert. Yeah, that's Robert
you
De
know,
Niro.
Drive with Ryan Gosling borrows a lot from Days of Thunder.
Does it?
Drive, is that the one with
It's not
Sylvester
last-
Stallone?
No.
Ryan
No.
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
It
thinking of
came
the
out maybe
Formula
like
One movie.
2007, 2008.
Yeah,
it's a little older.
Amazing movie.
I love that
Very
movie.
good movie.
He doesn't say
Very
too much either. That soundtrack is
That
really good.
soundtrack is money.
Love that soundtrack.
Wow,
You talking about
very
Drive or
80s.
Drive?
Or Baby?
Drive. No,
Drive.
you talking
Oh,
about
it's-
Baby
it's good.
Driver?
Baby Driver was good too.
Baby Driver.
That was
Is
Is
that
that
more
with
recent?
With
it was
the
like
baby?
Jamie Foxx.
No.
It was like Jamie Foxx and John Hamm was in that.
Yeah, I can't remember the
John
driver's name.
Hamm from
Mad
Mad
Men,
Men.
yeah.
Yes,
But
very
it
good.
it was a new concept that like really hadn't been done. It was like every time he's driving, he has to have a certain music in his ear,
Oh,
and it's like,
It's good. It's car porn.
yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Like it's a lot of good driving in that movie. I do
Awesome.
remember that.
Awesome.
I
I
do
want to.
remember that rant about Tom.
I want
Cruise.
to. I'm gonna chop it up. I'll find it. I want to get back to you were saying
The interview.
You're practicing Buddhist,
Yes.
and then you were talking about I forgot what you were saying.
My mystic or one of my mystics or
No, well, it just triggered a thought in my head. I found this thing on not YouTube, on Netflix. It's called Headspace, and
Yes,
the
very
Guide to
good.
Meditation.
very good. It's really good.
I watched the first episode,
Keep watching, man.
and like I did the thing with the guy and everything, and it, like you were saying, oh, that's what it was. It was the thoughts. How you're not always like the thoughts are always going to be there, but you have to be able to just let the thoughts be what they are and not let everything like rush in on you.
So all problems stem from identification with the mind. Do not identify with what comes and goes. You are the sky, thoughts are the clouds. Just let it go. That dude cut you off in traffic. Fuck it.
Yeah.
They screwed up your pizza. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Do not-
fuck it. Sorry.
I mean,
Do
that's,
not identify with what comes and goes. You are more than that. You are born from the universe. You're not born out of the universe. And so if Greg just cussed me out. No, he won't do that. But if Greg cusses me out, he's not cussing me out. I'm not gonna take it personally, because I am he. I'm from the universe. It's not personal, And
did I?
no, you.
I was like, wait, what?
Greg,
It happens.
Greg's over here like,
Greg's
what the
a-
fuck
Greg's
is
a
going
big-
on? I don't
Greg's a
remember
lovable teddy bear. No.
this.
No, but
We
Buddha,
love you, Greg.
I don't know about
But-
the
but
lovable
think
teddy
about-
bear
Love you,
part.
Greg.
the thing about the Buddhist practice is it's so inclusive. And I remember when I joined my practice, it's a Japanese sect, Sokogakai International, SGI.org, if anybody's interested. Really changed my life. I went to the temple, and they didn't ask me who I was, where I came from, all walks of life, black, white, Chinese, French, Cambodian. And I thought it was a cult. And I said, well, what are your holidays? They said, well, we get together twice a year. I said, okay, it's some 10,000 plate dinner at, the Mandarin downtown. They said, no, we get together to celebrate when our Buddhist monk in 1294 crystallized the Gohonzon, which is what we meditate to. It's considered the clearest mirror. We get together that day to celebrate that. And I said, okay, what's the other holiday? This is some 20,000 plate dinner at the Beverly Hills Hilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, no, we just get together and we pray for world peace.
Wow.
And I said, wow, I want to be a part of this.
Vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ultimate vibe.
That's fucking cool as shit.
And so in 1294, the Gohonzon is called, it's a Sanskrit, or it might be Japanese, or Sanskrit words, the object of our devotion. It's just text. There's no likeness of any deity. And then if you are a Catholic, a Episcopalian, a Muslim, the Buddha would say, keep believing. That's amazing. If they all were in the same room, Moses, Buddha, and Muhammad were in the same, they'd all be having the same conversation. So keep believing. But in 1294, our Buddhist monk Nichiren Daishonin crystallized the essence of the historical Buddhist teachings Shakyamuni Buddha. Keanu Reeves, remember that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Little Buddha?
Yeah.
So that's a historical Buddha. Shakyamuni is his name. And he crystallized his teachings down to 2 sutras and into the Gahanzen. So we chanted that twice a day. And it's considered the clearest mirror. So if you chanted that and you polish that, you'll start to rise or surmount all the bad karma in your life. Because we all have karma.
Clarity.
Yeah. And we try to surmount that and transcend this karma. And the only way to alter your karma is through meditation and mantra meditation. So we call this the clearest mirror. You chant to it, you polish your mirror every day, and things get better and things start to move in your favor. And so in 1294, there were no mirrors. If you wanted to see what you look like in those glasses, RJ, you would walk up to a piece of bronze or a river or something to see your likeness. There were no mirrors in 1294. And so Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is our mantra, and it means that we are devoted to the law of cause and effect. So in 1294, our Buddhist monk crystallizes the Gahanzen, the object of our devotion, the clearest mirror. There were no mirrors. But what did Italians invent in Venice in 1294?
Mirrors.
Bam!
It is.
Wow.
There you go.
It is.
There you go.
This is some fascinating shit. I'm like,
So yeah,
I'm over here thinking, I was like, man, we're going to be talking about pizza all night. And Mike's got me over here like, bro, I can feel my pulse.
So if you want to talk about pizza, what really helped me in perfect my game, RJ, and you've been in the game a lot, and you said every day you were learning, the Pizza Expo show in Las Vegas.
There's a pizza expo?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, no.
That sounded so
Yeah,
fat.
but
I sounded so fat.
RJ's a
saying
Papa
that.
John's guy. Papa John's is so baller, they have their own show.
Shit.
I'm an independent small guy. So Pizza Expo is for small guys to get together in Vegas, 8,000 independent operators. You could have 1 store, 4 stores, 50. I remember I met a lady, she was the chief marketing officer of a South African chain that had like 800 stores. It's called like Mr. Pizza. They're like, or Tuxedo Pizza. They make 3-layer pizzas in South Africa.
3-layer pizzas.
It
So you
is
talking about crust?
Yes,
crust,
yes, Greg.
cheese crust,
Yeah,
cheese.
it's just crazy. She's like,
Oh my-
that's our market. The South African market, they like filling pizzas.
Yeah.
And I said, wow.
A lot of bread.
So she was so she had 800 stores, but Papa John's, Domino's, they have their own shows. They're so baller.
Yeah, no.
So I went to Pizza Expo. And it's been going on for 30 years, and I used to get the invite. I was like, I'm not going to this thing, blah, blah, blah. But then I went one year, and wow, what an amazing community. And if there is a podcast conference, guys, I would love to go with you. We could go together. And
It is.
There is one.
There is. It's this community, and there's no like what do they call hoarder mentality? Oh, I ain't gonna tell you my secret, so you succeed. No. So like my own aunt wouldn't give me her
Recipe.
tomato sauce recipe. My own aunt.
You know what's crazy? My great aunt is the tomato recipe expert.
Did she give it to you?
I don't know it. No.
Okay.
I don't.
So
know.
my own aunt wouldn't give me her tomato sauce recipe, but Tony Geminotti, who is like the independent pizza king, he's got 20 stores. He's got a pizza academy in Naples, and he's always on shows. He's always on the Today Show or something doing a pizza demo. He gave me his recipe. 7-time world pizza champion too, by the way. That's actually his claim to fame.
Damn.
And he said, Mike, I'm going to give you my recipe, but are you going to do the work?
Wow.
And to be on YouTube and to watch something on YouTube, you've got to be giving away secrets to get people to watch.
The value, yeah.
You got to give people value.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know who's a big guy on who's a big guy, Jared, on YouTube, like business. Oh, Tony Robbins or something.
Yeah.
Tony will give you everything. Like you could pay $5,000 to go to one of his shows, but he will give you everything
He's
to
gotta
get
do the
you
work.
to pay $5,000.
Yep.
And if you actually apply what you learn on one of those free YouTube, you will succeed. You'll see.
But people want to feel like they're getting something for it. That's a big thing I learned. I used to do internet marketing with my old boss, whatever, and he would do conferences to help martial arts school owners get more business in their schools. And the big thing is like he would do the videos, put them out, give them all this value, and then when they pay and get to the conference, it's basically the same stuff with a little more extra added in, just so they feel like, okay, I get the value. But a lot of people, if they're getting something for free, they're not going to take the value the same as they would if they just if they paid $5,000 to get there.
Correct.
But also the conference is a meeting of everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
a
So you
meeting, like a
pass-
mastermind.
Right. So you know something different. I'm giving you all this information. You're coming because of that, but everybody else here knows a little something.
And
different.
I'm the one putting it together, so
Right.
you guys got to pay me. Like, that's basically.
Well, but it's also a big, mixture of everybody has a secret to something.
Yeah.
In their success. So yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'm giving you this free. So when all of you come here, all of you are going to meet somebody here that's going to help you.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying.
But again, like you said, you got to put in the work.
of course.
You got to.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? So what's?
I can lead
easy-
you to water, but I can't make you drink it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
What's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Right.
Do we go to the gym every day?
Hell,
No.
I just need to.
But it's easy to go to the gym, but we don't go every day.
Yeah.
And and then the relationships that you make at these conferences are amazing.
That's it.
And so right now, I mean, we brought someone in the company who's functioning as our CFO, and I met him at the conference. He gave the best quote, RJ, at the conference. This guy's name is Sean Browser. He was 2007 World Pizza Champ. He founded a chain in Ohio called Romeo's. I don't know we've got any Ohio.
Is that
Actually, I have family that lives out
is that
there.
the
man.
green? Like the green? The logo's green.
It's
Are you
I don't
thinking?
know,
You might
no.
be thinking of Jets.
Uh,
Pizza.
I'm thinking about Jets. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
Jets
mind.
is
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
Jets
Jets
is
Pizza.
big. Jets is big.
It's
So
big out there, very big out there.
Romeo's was a 40-store chain that he founded, and he sold it. And he was a CPA. He was actually a finance guy for Johnson & Johnson. He's like, man, I'm not doing this. I love pizza.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Like, not like trying to get out of the 9 to 5 shit.
yeah.
But-
I guess he's more of an entrepreneur. German background, Sean Browser, and fell in love with the pizza business. Went to opened a store, did okay. Went to Pizza Expo, competed in these tournaments. I never compete. I'm more of a marketing, design,
So
messaging.
some of
guy.
these it's all is it speed and quality?
So, it's real various facets. It's the new pizza, best Napolitan pizza, best
Okay.
American style pizza, best Detroit style guy.
Okay.
You know,
So there's categories.
Yeah,
to it.
there's
Okay,
categories.
okay.
Everyone's competing, and I should compete because Sean says, I competed, and that got me a lot of press, free ink, and I opened another store, and then I got on TV. I think he was on Food Network or something, but he had the best quote of the show, and this really resonated. And they gave him the worst time slot, so timing is everything.
Sunday
So-
at the end of the conference.
So
Yeah.
Pizza Expo, you could fly in on Sunday for paid workshops. Those are not free.
Mm.
But then the show it's a $200 ticket for the show, and it's just all you do is sampling pizza. Every vendor is there. Every pizza oven guy is there.
just
Every
got-
dough guy. I mean, Greg, anybody, even if you're not in the pizza game, you've got to go to Pizza Expo. It's just an amazing experience.
Damn, he's so savage. It's
So
like,
Sunday you fly in. So I flew in. I paid for this one workshop. Show starts Monday. Exhibits open up. Last day is Thursday. They give Sean a Thursday afternoon speaking slot.
jeez.
That's the
I-
worst. 'Cause
and
people are leaving. They're going.
Yeah,
they're already.
no,
out.
They're gone.
Everyone's trying to put their last bets in. and it actually falls like in between NCAA. RJ's a big sports
Oh,
fan.
shit. Yeah.
The tournament,
Yeah.
March. It falls in between then. So a lot of guys are at the sports book.
Oh yeah.
But it was my first year, so I say, I saved up some money and I want to go to this. I really want to learn, And so I was like, okay, let me go to this last talk, and thank God I did, because he said, we're all in the marketing business, because if Domino's, I don't want to hate. I do appreciate for certain things, and I will tell you what I like about Domino's after I
Of course.
I dropped this quote. We're all in the marketing business, because if Domino's was in the pizza business, they would not make a penny.
Mhm.
I do like Domino's pan pizza. It is good. I do like Domino's. I'm a vegetarian also, by the way. I do like Domino's
The thin crust.
steak and cheese pizza without the steak.
Oh, okay.
I do like that. We actually use Domino's uses two different oven vendors. This is getting very granular, guys. They use XLT.
I'm actually very fascinated.
They use
yeah,
XLT.
so-
They use XLT, and RJ was using a Middleby Marshall,
Yeah.
right? We're using a Middleby.
No, man. God, I was using a Do you know what a WOW oven is?
That's made by Middleby.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Wow,
okay.
Wow's their newest
Yeah.
oven. 3
You
minutes.
even know
So,
your
yeah, it's like
manufacturers.
Oh,
Well, hold on. Hold on.
So they.
So, but I like these ovens. I like the older. I like the older ones a little better. The probably like the 6.5, 7 minute chain run through.
You like that? So the Wow oven's like a 3 minute bake time. Right?
It's a little too fast, man, for my liking. So these ovens, I mean, if you're by yourself and you got one carry-out customer come in, hey, let me get a small cheese or small pepperoni, bam, done. 8 minutes max, man. But when you have a busy night and you don't have the strongest oven tender and, you know, all this other stuff going on and you got just one after that, I mean, they're coming out quick. And this was new to me as well. So I'm used to these 7.5 minute ovens. I know how to time myself. I know how long I have before something might just flap on the floor, all this shit. So I'm telling you, man, it's muscle memory. You just got to know it. They're awesome with their time and they cook pretty well, but there were occasions where something came out, looked a little too doughy to me, and I feel like I'd have to push it halfway through again, and then it would come out fine. So I actually prefer the longer cooked ovens.
So XLT, it's a Wichita, Kansas-based company, and I love them because they have a 7-year warranty on their products. And they picked up Domino's. They're in Pizza Hut. But Pizza Hut originated in Wichita.
I don't know.
Really? I didn't know that.
Whenever I think of Wichita, I think of Twister.
And so they're also a big aviation
I think of the Shockers.
manufacturing. Yeah, the Shockers. There you go.
Dope uniforms.
But they told me that time cooks, temperature browns. So to your point, RJ, that 5-6 minute bake is probably where you should be. A lot. So now I understand some chains. I don't want to, this is probably proprietary, but some chains are now pushing 3 minute and 30-second bake times.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think
Guess I'm going to Bozzelli's all the time.
Who's that?
No.
quality?
I mean, so they'll do that during peak times, and what I am learning, you gotta let that pizza cook. And so what I did learn after Sean's quote was I gotta focus more on marketing, but so my mother is also in the business. We do not skimp on ingredients. I cannot sell. I mean, there's pizza cheese. There's pizza cheese out there. Then there's mozzarella cheese.
no. Yeah. I
You
agree.
pizza cheese is totally different than
Yeah,
mozzarella
it's cheese with
but-
a Z at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
FDA does not consider pizza cheese mozzarella. You have to have a certain amount of, milk in the cheese. You also have cheese that contains whiteners in it, titanium dioxide. You have cheese that contains cellulose to prevent caking. Most cheese does have that.
Yeah, it's that powdery looking stuff on the outside. of it, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's like ashy. It almost looks ashy on the outside.
Exactly.
Is that what
You could say that. It's wood pulp.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Like if you get shredded cheese out, it's got this like kind of
Coating.
Yeah. Okay.
This coating. And so we serve fresh dough. We use a sauce that we add to with olive oil. So I don't like the word pizza. If you were to say, Greg, if I told you I sell fresh baked bread with tomato sauce and melted mozzarella.
Sign me up, man.
Yeah.
But if I told you I sold pizza, you're like, oh, okay.
Well,
I
I
got
know-
pizza
I know a
here,
bunch
I
of
got
pizza places,
there. I know a
yeah.
bunch of- But if I sell fresh baked bread, tomato sauce, not canned tomato sauce, and with melted mozzarella, and if you sprinkle a little of this oregano and some of this Parmesan that's kind of like wet snow, come and see me.
Yeah.
But so I don't like.
We're on the way.
I can smell it now, bro. These chicken
and,
nuggets wasn't nothing.
no,
That was just something to sustain me.
But pizza is just, it's the number one food category. Unfortunately, it has become commoditized. You have 7-Eleven. Oh, I can get this. What are you eating though?
Yeah, no,
What are you eating? And I think consumers today are discerning, and they do not. So we could look at Wingstop. I think Wingstop is respected. I'm a vegetarian, but I think Wingstop is respected because they're single category. The customer knows you cannot be scattershot and do all this shit well.
Sorry, man. I ain't going to try to poop on your former employee, but
That's all right. Don't worry.
we always were like,
I don't work there anymore.
when they came out with the wings, it was like, the hell you cooking these wings at? There's no, you know what I'm saying, if they're fried wings,
Yeah, don't worry. No,
Yeah, they
so
go fryers. I just thought about
Right.
that.
That's what I'm like. I'm good.
hold on.
That's what I'm like. I'm
Before
good.
this is the last episode you'll ever see me on.
Get out of my house.
No, but you're right. Like when it comes to certain things in certain places. So my mom's side of the family, my grandmother is from Brownsville, Pennsylvania. It's about 40 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, and out there they have a locally owned place. It's Giorgio's. I'm sure there's more somewhere across the U.S., but that is the place to go, simply because they don't cut corners. They don't. You go there, you get what you pay for, and it's authentic.
Like that was a Lido's reference.
There's gonna be a
No,
They don't cut corners.
there's gonna be a Bozzelli's
no.
in Brownsville pretty soon.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Watch.
shit, maybe. Hey, man, well, I'll
RJ will take it up there.
I'll do it when I'm sober. That would probably help. But what Greg's saying is that when you try to put it this way, I think my old boss taught me or told me the best way. It's like, so when I was at Papa John's, we solely focused on pizza. Yeah, we got breadsticks and wings and whatnot. And then you go to somebody like Domino's or Pizza Hut, and what happens is the more items that you have, the emphasis, I guess when it comes to more to bigger chains, because, you know, business is probably more substantial than smaller owned businesses on a regular basis, that you're taking away from quality when you do that. The more items you have, is basically going to hurt your product more than anything. Yeah, because you're not focusing on it. So when I was learning how to make pizzas, and I was, you know, learning how to stretch dough the right way and get it to come out like, you know, really good, man. I mean, I'm talking TV quality shit. I really prided myself on that. And so every pizza that I did make, or if these guys would call me, or anybody or in Kingstown would hit me up like, hey, man, I was out drinking last night. I'm hungover. Send me a pie. I would personally even make that pie for them, because what I'm doing is I'm not only selling my business, I'm selling what I'm good at, my craft, because I don't like making shitty pizzas, man. I mean, yeah, it happens, you know, when you work with a lot of high school kids when they're learning, and that's going to happen. But I think your craft, like I'm very good at. And so for me, when I basically, how should I say this? When I finally kind of perfected it, I was like, oh, this is money. But now I have to do this for almost every pizza that I make. And I really, really tried to do that for every pie that I made.
That's what he was getting at earlier, though, about the always trying to improve.
Yeah, so you want to be better, right? It's like, hey, man, look at this. I made this by hand. Because eventually, I told you I had the bad tendonitis in my elbow. They started... to save labor costs, they started putting dough pressing machines in our stores.
You convientially left that part.
Yeah, well, hold on. No,
You never got there.
So,
I know.
So,
when did that happen?
that happened, I would say, so I left at the end of September. I want to say it happened around maybe March of 2020, kind of around when the pandemic started.
That's interesting.
So they started putting them in all the stores. They are very, they're cool. I won't lie to you about that. I mean, it's definitely
no love in it.
Yeah,
No love
and that's right. Greg is exactly right. I mean, put it this way: your slap when you're learning how to stretch dough, as long as you can sauce a pizza and top it the right way and cheese it the right way, it's still going to look like a good pizza. Get what I mean? So this thing is obviously made to cut costs. It was definitely helping me because my arm was basically falling off my body.
Throughput.
It was. I was in a lot of pain, believe it or not.
But you were GM.
Yeah, I was.
Why are you slapping dough?
Because that's how Papa John. Well, hold on.
Because he loves it.
Well, no, hold on. Well, that's how you. So you have to take your stores, and they want you to run labor. I know we were talking about this before. So when you get paid a salary within my company, you don't affect the labor. So at lunchtime, say a busy lunch for Kingstown, the last few years is maybe about $500-600. I mean, that could be $200-300 orders. That could be 10, 30. You know. A bunch of different things, but you should be able to handle that by yourself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, save labor. But what was going on when the pandemic started and kind of after Papa John's had all this bad PR is I was losing business. And me being the person that I am, I grew up in that store. I spent a lot of my adult life in that store, and I'm going to love that store forever. I they wanted me to
Still
be
an adult.
they wanted me to be the guy that's like, you know what? I know you're here, you're helping me, but you got to go home. And I work with a lot of guys from overseas. You know,
told
from
employees this.
No, they basically wanted me to just cut people's hours constantly to save money.
And he'd be the one making up the.
And I would pick up the slack, obviously, but it would put more money in my pocket. But after a while, after you're in the game, doing it that way for so long, it's like, look, man, I want to be able to go home at a decent hour.
Yeah, you didn't.
I would
take
like
that,
to go out on a Sunday night and watch the Sunday night football game with Greg and
live your
Jared.
life, man.
You know, and live. And it's like I have people that want to work for me that are dedicated, and I can't take care of them the way that I would like to, and it became frustrating to me.
But that's the opposite of what a manager does.
I understand that.
Yeah, but that's why
my
it was
business,
killing
but
Oh.
yeah, but it's going to kill you. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. That's why I had to leave, because I knew if I had to basically, for all the people that worked very hard for me for a long time, and big shout out to my good friend Ahmed Raza, all right, who worked very hard with me, tooth and nail every day. You know, I could call this guy at 2 a.m. Hey, man, we got a 30 pie or we got a 50 pie. Then we got to do this. This guy was my guy.
What time would you close?
We would close at about midnight, 1 a.m.
Why are you calling him at 2 a.m.?
Because somebody might call me in the morning, like early in the morning, boss, I'm not coming in to open tomorrow, this, and that. You know, just scenarios happen. But there are people that worked for me, and I'm a person too, man, okay, that really busted their asses. And it's like, I don't want to make these people suffer. I don't want to take their hours. They've earned them. They like working with me. The store is clean. The customers are happy. We are a very reputable business. Despite Papa John's being in a negative manner, I still had regular customers. So for me, I could not get past the corporate barrier. It's like I'm at a glass ceiling. It's like there's nothing else I could have done, you know. And that's when I was like, you know what? I can't win here. I'm going to come in every day. I'm going to try to get this to happen, but I just know it's not going to happen because I've asked 20, 30, 40, 50 times. I had a corporate guy come in, and I told you, like, hey, what could we do better? Well, you could take better care of the people that really bust their ass for you. And they were like, well, he's like, well, I don't work in finances. I don't care if you don't work in finances, man.
You asked me.
Yeah. Like you asked me. Yeah, you had like I don't care. I was polite to him. I was not rude to this. He's a very nice guy, but I said, you wonder why all these stores are suffering. And we were talking about delivery drivers before the guys got over, you know, with Uber Eats and DoorDash, and you know, and I know those guys help you, but they essentially hurt my business too because these guys don't have to put on a uniform. They don't have to sweep and mop. They don't have to, God forbid, wash dishes, which is really not that hard. But they can work at their own leisure, and that attracts people. The days of, and especially in the pizza business, with the visor and the shirt and the hat, it's kind of a thing of the past. I had some of the best employees that worked for me faithfully, that would take time out of their DoorDash or their Uber Eats or whatever to come help me because I worked with them for that long, and that's the respect that they had for me. And if I could not reciprocate that to them in the long run, then I knew it wasn't my place to be there anymore.
Do you think in this market that chains like Papa John's will eventually go third party?
Oh, yeah. So we actually, they started doing DoorDash.
Meaning, but no in-house.
Oh, wow. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
That's huge.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's huge.
Because they're so... And I worked for a lot of great people. I'm not trying to throw anybody I worked with under the bus. You know, I think we're talking about quotes. I think one of the best quotes my old boss ever gave me, he said, hey, man, I might be your boss. He said, you don't work for me. He said, I work with you. He said, we work for Papa John's. So even though I have this title above you, this and that, we're all in the same boat and all this stuff. So I always tried to keep that mentality. It's like... No, I'm dead. No.
I'm saying what he's saying. What he said. That's cap.
But that's how a manager. I think a manager should be. And anyway, like we all work for this particular company, but we are still a team. So
you're still the one who's on the front line who has to.
No. This is
I take that back because they did work. They did work with you a lot.
Yeah, it sounded like there was this corporate culture to milk salaried employees.
Right.
Yeah.
To the bone.
That's what it is.
That's how I worked at Foot Locker. That's how it was. I managed Foot Locker. Yeah, that's how it was.
And it's sad because you know
that's why you got those Yeezys.
If
It's part of it. This is who I was. This is not who I am.
You get the shipment before it even hits the
No, I've been gone. I've been out of there for 10 years now. So I was, with Nike for the last couple.
I was looking for a Yeezy Connect.
they'll basically run you to the bone, man. They'll run you to the bone, and depending on who you work for, I worked for a lot of great people, and I just knew what was happening. I could feel it in my shoulders. I mean, just getting up every day. I could feel it in my body, man. It's like, I have a very high expectation for myself.
But see, I love the reality here, because when you go on the website, come work here, we're always like chilling and we're having team building events at
bullshit
it's not called Verizon Center. What's it called now?
The Capital One Arena.
We're at Capital One Arena having team building events.
Right.
Who cares about all those orders coming in? We're at Cap One in the box.
Right.
No, you're not. This is a business. This is not a hobby.
And if they feel like
it's not a hobby,
they feel like they're losing you, that's when they'll throw you up. Well, we got some tickets for you.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, I've had that. I've been fortunate enough to get a few Wizards tickets out of my job. And
good.
Yeah,
good. That is they showed appreciation.
No,
and that pays dividends. I remember, what did we do for one of our superstars? I think we before we always have a big Christmas party at Bozzelli's, and we have a raffle, and we always give away like TVs, and just like it didn't cost us much. It didn't cost us much, but it's just to show you know that you are appreciated, and I get that, but when you do scale at a certain level, when you have 2,000-3,000 stores, I mean, then the finance guys take over.
Yeah.
The guys, and then you got guys who say, well, I'm not the finance guy,
No, I
those guys take over and becomes very soulless. And
I didn't want that for myself, because, again, I was able, through all the good and the bad, through COVID and through, I guess, the bad PR.
John, whatever his name.
I was able to maintain the same core of staff for years. I mean, we would obviously. I mean, it's
let's talk about John though. But how do you use a racial slur during a meeting about diversity
and
inclusion training?
Yeah.
It was a training meeting about diversity and inclusion. How do you use a racial slur? In what context did that help you make your point?
He's out of touch. Yeah. He's just out of touch.
He's an old white guy from Kentucky.
No, I think Jared hit on that. Out of touch with the street.
Yeah. He's sitting up there in his
balling
penthouse.
Have you seen his house?
G5, and I know he's a big booster at Louisville.
Yeah.
Football for the Louisville football team.
I think there's like a fucking statue of him out there or something. He's got something down there just because he's from there. I've in rare occasions I've had maybe 3 or 4 customers that say, "Hey, I'm from Louisville, where Papa John is from." This and that. I think there is something down there that he's, I wouldn't say memorializing, but for the most part. I don't know if it's a statue or a plaque or a building
something.
There's something down there.
Probably an arena.
Or something of that nature.
But it's just I out of touch, and you get to that level where you're in that stratospheric tax bracket, and you're like, I can say this.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
You really can't.
No, you can't. You really cannot. And do not say it in a training seminar about diversity and inclusion.
And what was the other word I was looking for? No empathy. Like
no empathy.
It's like. No. You're in here with these people. Obviously, there's a reason why all these people are here. Like
There's a reason we have this training in the first place.
Yeah. Like you know what? You should be here. Like matter of fact, you're getting remedial classes.
What? I think he said that the Colonel Sanders from KFC used the word frequently. Is that?
Yeah. No, there was something. No. But Mike is right. He used that as an example.
That was the reference
for his
he made.
shitty example.
It was like, okay, all right, cool. Good for you. Like,
I'm not a KFC person, by the way. We're Popeyes people over here.
I think the Yum Brands owns KFC, right?
Yeah,
The
we don't
same
have-
people that own Taco Bell, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is how you get the joint.
What's it called? Young Brands?
YUM Yum Brands.
Yum,
Yum
Brands.
Brands.
Yum
Yum
Brands.
Brands.
Okay.
Mm.
They own Pizza Hut,
Chicken
Taco
pieces.
Bell,
It's probably owned by Monsanto.
Oh man, Jesus
Chicken
Christ!
pieces.
And here we go.
The conspiracy theories.
Oh man.
What was it? They couldn't even call it chicken at one point.
But now we'll talk about I know this is kind of a anything under the sun podcast, and I love that, but it's also very business oriented. I think not because of RJ, but
I'm slowly roasting away over
Usually
here.
RJ sitting up here like this with a big bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
This is the best. This is the most engaged he's been.
Yeah.
but
Because it's his show.
passion.
Today. It's his show.
Hey,
today.
I love you, bro.
Hey,
and
hey,
thank
hey,
you for inviting me, RJ.
No, no,
'cause
thank
RJ
you,
did invite
Yeah,
me.
he's taking
Thank
the lead
you.
on this
No,
one.
no, thank you
So
for
love that.
coming over, Mike.
Thank
when
you.
you said yes, I was like, no fucking way. I was like, this is pretty cool, man. Because I think I can speak on Jared and Greg's behalf. This show is something, obviously we do in our downtime and something that we do for fun. And
We do a lot to make it happen.
there's,
do a lot.
know,
There's a
Well,
lot
besides
of hardware
that,
in
yeah.
here, people. There's
Oh.
a lot of hardware in here.
That's thanks to this guy over here, man.
yeah.
This-
A
The
big thanks to
visual
Jared.
man.
This
scientist.
Sony tripod may not be here after the show.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
all
I'm
right.
saying?
Don't worry. There's only one way out. So it
Interesting
doesn't
story
matter.
about that. That tripod I got from a thrift store.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, I
It's
paid
really
like
nice.
$15 for that.
Yeah, that might fit in my Prius.
Yeah. It just rolls away. You can hear the.
No,
you know.
but to I guess they went to damage control, Papa John. So of course they had to oust the CEO. Naturally,
And put Shaq in there.
they put Shaq in there, the most lovable guy in the world, and that's why. So I don't like to speak ill of the dead. Kobe is not with us anymore.
Yeah.
But how could you not get along with Shaquille O'Neal?
That was a
Yeah. I want to know what your opinion on that is.
No, Greg, I'm asking an honest question. The most lovable guy, Shaquille O'Neal. He'll give. If there's a homeless guy on the street, he'll give him $100 or buy him some shoes. Just a lovable guy.
But you also he's working with him. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm working with somebody and I'm busting my ass, like you've heard the stories about Kobe.
Yeah, but
At
Shaq
his
was
work-
busting his ass.
No, he wasn't.
Really?
No. Fuck no.
To be he's
Dude, Shaq.
he was naturally gifted, so he didn't
Yeah,
really have to do
Shaq like he knew his level
Mhm.
and
he stayed there.
You come on now. Shaq could have put up way better numbers than he did in his career.
But
and he put up great numbers.
But they still got rings.
Yeah, but then if we're, third championship in it and I'm still working hard, you know what I'm saying? Granted, Kobe's younger, smaller person. You know what I'm saying? He could probably do a lot, but it was a work ethic thing. It was a work ethic thing.
I think
for them.
Shaq is from the don't sweat the small stuff school.
Right.
Mm.
And
Kobe was
is
like
sweat everything.
Super intense. I have to be number one. Period. Like he had the Jordan mentality. Like,
Nah, he had
I took
he
it
had more.
personally.
He had more than that.
Mamba,
Really?
baby.
Yeah. Oh, Kobe.
He looked
Kobe-
at my shoes
Kobe-
wrong, so I
Kobe-
took it personally.
Nah, it wasn't that. Kobe was the most.
Such a great.
Kobe's probably one of the most skilled basketball players ever to play on this because he worked on things.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like little things like moves. If I see him, I'm getting older. I need a post move. I need to work on my footwork.
I think LeBron's like that.
I mean, LeBron got that from.
Oh, okay.
Like people learn. Like the thing about basketball and the generations is people have taken from the generation before them.
But I think that's every sport, to be honest. Like I know jiu-jitsu for sure. Like
Well, jiu-jitsu,
it's
yeah.
gone. It's a lineage thing. Martial arts in general is a lineage. Every person has their own style, and then they pass that style, and then someone makes whatever. It's just the Bruce Lee
But
mentality.
that counts. But like out of the big 3, big 4 sports in America is what I'm kind of talking about. I mean, soccer is similar to
Yeah.
basketball.
If you want to talk about the big 3,
But I'm saying, but I've also said soccer too, like
Oh.
the biggest sport in the world.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I have a skill set that Akeem Olajuwon has. I don't have that skill set. Nobody can stop what he did. So I'm going to call him up and say, hey, man, I'm getting older. I'm not super fast like I used to be. I need footwork. I need to change. I need a post game. Kobe did that. Shaq really wasn't going out like, I need to learn a new skill set.
because he didn't need to. He just
He
bodied him up.
didn't need to. And but if I'm sitting here
Yeah, he's
working hard, dude. Like if I'm working hard to gain something every year, that's what Kobe did. Kobe gained something every year. LeBron did the same thing. You got people like
student of the game. Student
of the game. Yeah. He loved the game. He loved everything about it. You know what I mean? So Iverson didn't do it.
AI student of that blackjack table.
Man, what is he?
I can't gamble, man. I have such terrible luck, dude.
Apparently, he's been seen there quite a few times.
I always see AI at MGM.
Really?
Always.
Wow.
He's not very approachable.
Nah.
Wow.
But it's fine. He's doing his thing. I mean, he's a celebrity, and I get it. You don't need people hounding you.
Does he have? He has a lot of people around him too.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, really?
In the few times I've seen him, he's just on his way to his table. He doesn't want to talk, and it's cool. I respect that.
He hadn't really.
That's
what's good about him, though. He hadn't changed
mode
from who he grew up as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why people. That's why people love him.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
I'm sure
make,
if I went up and it's like, "Yo, AI, how you doing?" He would have, but I could tell.
Nah, he probably wouldn't. I wouldn't say. He probably wouldn't have. Like, I mean, but that's probably what he would have been if he was poor. Not poor, but if he was just a regular dude, he probably wouldn't be approachable. You know what I'm saying? That's probably just who he would be. You know what I'm saying? Big heart. You know what I'm saying? He's a motherfucker cry the drop of a dime for somebody that he loves. He's talking about some shit.
That doesn't make him a big heart.
It does, because I mean, he cries.
I know. I've seen
extremely easy.
I've seen it
when he's talking about John Thompson or Coach Larry Brown or somebody
those are people that changed his life.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Grateful Edmund.
Oh yeah, he's grateful for
yeah. He probably knows where he's at.
Did he get out?
Oh, he's been out.
Did he get out? Really?
Yeah, he's been out.
Interesting.
That's
who?
Grateful Edmund, drug kingpin from DC.
Oh,
yeah. Apparently, like allegedly, he's been out like under what is it called?
Probation?
No,
Witness
not probation.
Protection.
Yeah, they give you a whole new identity and move you somewhere.
Shit.
Yeah, he's been gone.
So our store in DC, Vermont, we're next door to Stan's.
Oh.
It is a institution watering hole. If you're not DC unless you know Stan's, and so I've met a lot of DC cats, and they tell me Rayful Edmonds stories.
Oh yeah,
Mayor Barry stories,
movies,
amazing stories.
They need to make that a show.
Yeah,
and Snowfall.
And there was apparently Rayful Edmonds has very good taste in clothes, Ralph Lauren especially, and a friend of a friend knew the franchisee for Ralph Lauren in the area, and they were in LA, and he's like, "Oh, where are you from?" "I'm from DC." "Oh, really? We have a store there in Georgetown, up Wisconsin. Do you know this guy? He's like my best customer nationwide. We have to close the store down for him. He'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single trip." "No, but maybe I do." What's his name?" "Rayful Edmond."
Shit, if I had that much money, I definitely
look, that's
I am smart.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite brands personally. I just
there
like
you
Polo.
go. Wearing Ralph Lauren.
I just like Polo, man. It's
Nice.
it's not super expensive. It's
the quality is there though.
Yeah, man. I like the quality of this.
I've been a G-Star guy lately, but
I've looked at them. I can't jeans. I still get my American Eagle jeans.
American Eagle.
Yeah, get them for $20.
Bobby Schmurda got me on G-Star.
Bobby Schmurda.
Yeah.
Is he out?
He comes out. They say he's getting out.
Thought he was out.
No, that's the other guy.
Race murder?
No, Rowdy Rebel. His homeboy that got locked up at the same time. I think he's getting out in February.
I'm a big trap fan. Yeah. Huge trap music fan.
So, with that being said, I know it's old, but were you invested in the Gucci and Jeezy battle at all, man?
No, I was not invested in that.
He said, I was working.
I was Gucci, the clone or which Gucci?
No. Maybe he's a fucking clone. I don't know, man.
Nah, man.
Everybody says he's a clone, but maybe he changed.
But Yeezy. So we talk about confidence in business. I'm the greatest rapper alive. He kept saying it, and so you're speaking that into existence. And the guy is very talented.
Oh yeah,
he is very talented.
Yeah. Musically, he is a genius.
The Carter 5 was the last one.
Kanye?
No, Yeezy.
Weezy.
You talking about Lil Wayne?
I'm sorry, Weezy.
Oh yeah, Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, okay.
Carter 5.
But I think
his last album was The Funeral.
Some shit.
No,
his
last two albums were actually decent.
Well, there was one that I didn't like.
I mean,
I think it was like red and black, the cover.
that was the Carter
1.
5 with his mother on the
Wait,
cover.
with the baby on it.
No, I don't remember.
But yeah, the Funeral was his last album, and that was pretty good. Seems like he's getting like back into rapping, which is fine.
Yes.
But
he was. I mean, for the time, for me at least, when I was in high school, I mean, when mixtapes really started blowing up the way they were, and the music that he was putting out music
that's it right there.
yeah,
consistently.
it
I
was
mean,
5. I didn't like 5.
Like super
You didn't like
consistent.
5? What was the banger off 5?
My personal, I think the second album is by far his best. The Carter 2. What off of 5? I don't know.
That was
Which
You got
was
the
it?
track list up,
I'm
Jerry?
looking at it right
Yep.
now.
Hold on. I can't even read that. Maybe I should take these glasses off.
One,
I
two.
can't even-
What was it? 1, 2.
I don't know.
I'm bad with lyrics.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
can't pull it.
Uproar. Uproar.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good
Uproar.
one. That was a good one.
Can you play Uproar right now? Or is it copyright?
It's copyrighted.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
yeah.
We're slowly getting there.
Maybe if we had the Joe Rogan exclusive on Spotify, we might be able to do that.
One day.
Joe can't even do that though.
I think he's working on trying to get that.
Yeah, but you don't want playing music all through your
Well,
podcast.
But no,
your
but you know,
conversation.
he has like different, like he had Gary Clark Jr. and I forgot the other lady's name on there recently, but they were playing
Yeah, but
live in the
they're
studio.
the actual
Yeah.
artists. I
Yeah.
think if you have the actual artist, you're good.
Mhm.
So, Mike, you like music? Do you have a favorite instrument?
Back to the interview.
Yeah. Back to the interview.
Do I
So-
have a favorite
Yeah,
instrument?
instrument. What do you
Instrument.
like? Yeah,
No.
Instrument.
No.
That was a wild question.
No, I'm just asking. That's probably the booze talking.
Yeah. Do I
have a
Fuck,
favorite
man.
instrument?
And he's
No.
actually light on the booze tonight.
Yeah, I'm
What,
doing okay.
So if we would, what genre of music do you like the most?
Okay, I love rap. I love trap. I love 80s rock.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Journey lately.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
And
Nice.
that
That's a go-to.
video, Faithfully, if you watch that,
Mm.
that is the ultimate story. And if you learn about Steve Perry's background, only child, and I think he came from suffered some abuse, he really emotes in his songs. Steve Perry, wow, really underrated. I think. I mean, we talk about. I don't know, who do we talk about in rock music a lot? We talk about Mick Jagger,
Yeah.
David Bowie.
The guys from the 70s, 60s.
Yeah, we talk about those guys, but Steve Perry was a pioneer. I mean, what we talk about, and so the old time, my favorite, MJ,
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
We have a pizza called the Moonwalker. I'm a
Shit.
huge MJ fan. I've learned so much.
And it's
from-
on brand.
He's dude. I was actually watching a video the other day of his performance at the halftime at the Super Bowl. I think it was in
my
'93 or
God,
'94,
Killed it.
and there was like the story behind it, and he was like,
He
"Hey,
didn't tell the producers.
he
was gonna-
could take his glasses off and all this stuff, or when he was
He
going to do
paused
it."
for 1:30, and you know how much at that time a
That's a long
commercial was 3 million adjusted for today's dollars for 30 seconds. He stood for a minute and a half and did not tell the producers. Producers like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
But it's MJ.
But
Yeah.
then
He
he,
was soaking
then he
it
turned
in,
his head.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he turns his head and
Yeah.
just the consummate performer and just a student of his craft.
Mm.
And they said after a concert, he'd lose 4 or 5 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And he wouldn't say, he wouldn't tell security, hey, we're throwing a party. I need 7 bottles of Ace of Spades and, Cristal and whatever. He'd tell his security, set up the dance floor. I want to continue dancing
Wow.
and practicing after like a concert where he lost 4 or 5 pounds.
And you know the wild thing?
That's crazy.
That's
to me.
super
That's
Christmas just passed. So I was listening to a lot of Jackson 5. I'm like, dude, we've been listening to Mike since he was about 10 years old.
All the way up until
My mom
Five.
actually has their first album, the Jackson 5. She
Yeah.
actually has it. Like,
I used to
Absolutely.
watch that cartoon. There was a
We-
cartoon
we
called
literally,
Jackson
we
5.
literally watched him for 40 years of his life.
And then anything he touched turned to go. So why are we wearing masks? Who was the first to wear the mask?
Him,
Yeah.
fucking smart
Like,
motherfucker.
Geico.
We all looked at him like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Well, he didn't have.
Now we're all like, be like Mike.
He,
You know,
he
like,
knew about Corona.
He didn't have a nose. He had to wear a mask.
He didn't have it. The
How's it supposed to
plastic
stay up?
surgery got away. But
He whittled his nose down. He didn't have nothing there.
He wet the nose.
Whittled his nose.
I know, but I'm saying, so how's the mask stay up?
It's tied around
strings, like, I don't
strings
know.
around his ears.
Oh, I guess if you're right, if it's like sliding.
Oh,
off
so
your
we're
face.
all mask experts now, huh?
No, I,
mean,
guess
it's
we've been wearing
pretty-
it for
pretty-
a year.
Yeah, we
You
are.
see, I got this little new contraption. I'm putting the
that's the K95.
I'm putting the respirator under the baklava.
So, since we're talking about that, are you guys, since you're partnering with, I guess, DoorDash and stuff like that, are you offering contactless delivery and all that other?
From the outset, RJ, we invested in all the PPE.
Yeah.
And we've been contactless for some time. We've gone cashless at all our stores
Okay.
because it's our understanding that COVID is transmitted through cash.
Damn, cash is dirty.
And we also like that because cash is really archaic. I mean, why should one of my cashiers risk his life for maybe $100 in the till?
Yeah.
You know, so there's a security benefit.
Mhm.
There's an accounting benefit. We don't have to make change anymore.
Yeah.
Making change is cumbersome. We're not a bank
I-
to make you know, in Lebanon, I understand you have to ask for your change back. But we're not a
cheap
bank,
shit.
and RJ knows this.
Yeah, no.
So banks they'll nickel, no pun intended, they'll nickel and dime. They start charging us for all the coinage we would get. You know,
To force you to go.
yeah,
cashless.
and for to force us to go cashless, very good, and it just we're so much more efficient. I remember in DC, I was working. It was me and a pizza maker. You know, we got slammed, and we cranked it out because I said I'm not accepting cash. I'm going credit card only. I don't have time to take off these gloves and make change.
You know, that's awesome, man, because when this first started, I was washing my hands so much, my knuckles were bleeding, like legitimately bleeding.
From making change,
Well, from washing
Washing
them
his
and,
hands.
well, yeah, just touching money,
touching money.
touching the phone, whatever. You know, I'm the GM. I have to set the example, you know, try to get people into, because when we did the contactless delivery and all this stuff, I was a little worried about it. I was like, we're going to fuck this up somehow. Like something is going to go terribly wrong.
Nobody
actually-
knew what the fuck was gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know, I'm thinking, okay, like I have
Put
to
the
get
pizza
everybody
on
on,
the floor,
board.
take 10 steps
You know,
back.
I've never done anything like this. I've been doing this pretty much for years. And I remember one night I got off of work. I went to the bar, you know, big surprise there. And I'm sitting there and I'm just having a drink. They said, "Hey, RJ, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." They said, "Your hands are bleeding." My knuckles were legitimately bleeding while I was sitting at the bar.
That's gross.
It is. And I actually had to go wash them again and then, you know, apply some, you know, cream and all that other stuff. So kudos to you for taking that initial step. I wish we would have done something like that because it was killing
You
me.
applied cream.
All creams. So, I fucking hate you guys.
To my little meaty hands.
My little meeting with my stubby little fingers. All right.
It's what's interesting about going cash. We tried to go cashless, like 2016, 2017. We got a lot of backlash in DC because there were some people who were concerned about the unbanked individual.
Sure.
I am also concerned about the unbanked individual. I'm happy to buy your pizza or sandwich if you're unbanked and do not have a credit
Card or bank account.
And so I got the family name in the New York Times, not for my pizza, but for my attempt to go cashless. And so I've been interviewed by every international news organization about this attempt to go cashless. I don't know why overseas they were just like enamored with it, just stunned. Oh, they're trying to go cashless in America. Turkish news outlets, Russian news outlets, French. Hey, can we meet Mike? And I was like, oh, you want to talk about pizza? No, we heard you trying to go cashless.
Oh wow.
And I told them, I said, well, we tried, but unfortunately there are unbanked individuals.
America's not ready.
Yes, there are unbanked individuals, and we are sensitive to that, so we have a very lenient policy.
You need,
Yes, we still do take
but
cash.
you needed something like this to change it.
I don't know if this is
The
just
COVID.
where, this is maybe like Jared said, the banks were pushing you in that direction, and then COVID maybe provided the critical mass.
which further adds to my conspiracy. Globalist,
Oh my
elitist
God.
site. I'm not
All right.
Alex Jones out here.
No, Jesus.
Let's call it on that one, Jared.
Yeah, we about 2 hours. Yeah, we can go ahead.
We're good.
Yeah, if it's okay with you, RJ.
No, that's fine with me. Hold on, I want to make sure. So, yeah, okay.
And do this like a job interview. Did you have any questions that you would like to ask us?
I do. I'm so formal about these
So
things.
who else has been on the show?
Mostly
friends.
a couple friends, local people. We had Sadiq Yusuf, who is a UFC fighter.
Cool.
A good friend of Jared's. He was on actually when the pandemic first started.
That was a Zoom call.
Yeah, we were doing Zoom for a while because obviously when all this started, it's like, don't go near anybody or you're going to die, you know.
The Quarantine Chronicles.
Yeah, the Quarantine Chronicles.
I think that was episode, 27 through 35 or something like that?
Yeah, it was like,
Strictly-
it was like
we
8
did
of them.
we did about
Strictly
almost
Zoom.
10 weeks of
Zoom.
not being here. And I think when things started opening up again, you know, my mom's awesome. She was like, okay, you know, I was like, hey, can the guys come over? It's been about, 2 months.
Shouts
She
to
was like,
mom.
Yeah, big shout out to mom for letting that happen.
You got to give your mother that wine.
The
list.
wine, yeah, the wine
Included,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, don't worry, I still have it.
All right.
it. So I guess if anything, man, the only thing I'd like to say is, hey, Mike, thank you so much for.
We didn't talk about pizza that much.
It's okay. Well, we're gonna save it.
We have a
to-
Flamin' Hot Cheetos pizza about to hit.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
We
So
have
I
a
was
Flamin'
gonna
Hot
get there.
Cheetos pizza about to hit. We're really excited about. What else are we doing? Our
I'm
Moonwalker
hungry.
pizza is amazing.
Can you tell us, what is the Moonwalker
The
pizza?
Moonwalker is melted fontina
Okay.
with garlic butter and oregano.
Oh
and
my god.
fontina is just cheese on another level. It's very nutty. It's the best cheese you can ever have.
So no meat.
No, you can add meat.
Okay. Well,
So we also good question.
by design, is
By design, it does not have meat because the fontina just has so much flavor.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
with it.
and then we also have the Provel pizza. I don't know if you're familiar with St. Louis style pizzas. Italians got mad at mozzarella, and so they've invented this cheese called Provel, which is a very highly manufactured combination of provolone, Swiss, and cheddar.
Oh shit!
And so you get this you get this gooiness when it melts in the oven, but on top has this crisp
Crust.
layer.
Oh,
Crisp
nice,
layer.
nice.
And so it's very regional. So I have friends on Facebook in the game. They're like, "Oh, we wanted to sell you some cheese, but we saw you sell Provel, and you're in St. Louis. You're not gonna be interested." I was like, "I'm not in St. Louis. I'm in DC. We
have the option.
Yeah, we got excited about Provel, and so it's on the menu now. And so Provel is really an experience. If you haven't had it, we're really trying to educate the DC area about it. Amazing cheese, and that too does not require any animal protein or meat on it, but we do have customers who will add pepperoni or do their spicy Hawaiian with the Provel and say this is the best pizza they ever had.
I got a question.
It's not even
Go
meat
ahead.
for me. It's like green peppers. I love green peppers.
You like green peppers on pizza?
I just, I
That
don't
is
know.
a
It's
good-
that
Yeah,
crunch.
That is a good.
It's
time.
that crunch. I don't know. So something about it.
All right,
I don't know.
all right. So here's the
I have a
$1 million
question,
question.
too.
Hold on, man.
After
This
this.
this is the $1 million.
It might be
Before
the same
before what your favorite pizza is, does pineapple belong on pizza, my friend?
Yes. I mean,
That's a political answer.
I have a political
so
answer
in
too.
Italy, so the essence of good food, especially in Italy, is simplicity.
Yeah.
So in Italy, they don't even put cheese on pizza. And I remember when I used to visit my uncles, they'd send me back illegally with these prosciutto sandwiches, because you're not supposed to bring food in through customs. But it would, and then my friends would ask, "Well, what was on them? What made them so special, Mike?" I was like, "They were baguettes with butter and prosciutto, and that was it." And they said, "Well, what's so special? There was no mayo on there. Did you have a side of ranch? Did
you
you
not
crush
hear the
some
butter?
Did you crush
Yeah,
some,
yeah.
Did you crush some spicy nacho cheese Doritos?" I said, "No, but if you use their bread, their butter, their prosciutto, you don't need anything."
Probably soft.
So unfortunately, it's just a matter of preference. In America, we love toppings.
Yeah.
So we had this pizza called the Mothership, where we sold it was a large pizza for $19.99, unlimited toppings.
Jeez.
My sister calls me and says, "We have to take this on the menu, or we'll be living. Take this off the menu,
Poor.
or we'll be living on the street."
Yeah, yeah.
Because they would just add everything, and then God bless our staff, they would not put the toppings on proportionally. So if you ordered pepperoni sausage, Canadian bacon, green pepper, mushroom, olive, artichoke, ricotta, sun-dried tomatoes. They would put it on as if that was only a sun-dried topping.
Yeah.
But
Good
so
God.
you come out with this, like, my food cost was like $100 on this $20 pizza.
Yeah, I understand.
But I want to bring
it's
it
not
back.
baking the right way because it's got all so much.
But I want to
so
bring
much
it
shit
back to be like kind of like the McRib, where like this is what we do. We only do it for a little time. You guys need to.
I almost got one of those tonight. I've never had one.
A McRib?
And I
What
don't think I'll ever have one.
interesting about the McRib, I've heard franchisees say it's hugely popular as long as it's supported by advertising. Once they pull the advertising, the sales dip.
Yeah, I'm good on that McRib, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't like radioactive food.
Yeah, I don't want something that looks like it has bones in it, but it doesn't.
But
have
it's
bones.
not.
Yeah, no, it's
Simulated
just shaped
bones.
that way, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it was working out or something.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Last
go
question for you
Yes, sir.
from the Twitterverse.
Yes, sir.
What's your opinion on deep dish pizza? Is it pizza?
Deep
Or-
dish pizza it's very regional.
Is it pie?
You're talking Chicago.
Yeah.
Detroit now is really hot. We just lost a great guy from the pizza community, Sean Randazzo, who was the pioneer of Detroit pizza. He was doing 3 years ago. Just lost him to cancer. But it's a very regional thing, and it's doughy.
Yeah.
It's doughy. So it's funny. Like thin crust is really big in like with Donato's, which is a Ohio-based.
Yeah, no, I've
Columbus,
been. Yeah.
Columbus,
The Donato's, they do the Chicago cut, the square cut. and-
Columbus, Ohio-based, but you cannot give away thin crust pizzas in DC.
I love thin crust pizza though.
It's good.
Please come see me.
Yeah.
But this is a hand-tossed area. Fresh dough, hand-tossed. I don't know if people feel like they're not getting enough value. So you really have to know your customer. But the two best-selling pizzas. So we make a chicken parm pizza. We make a macaroni and cheese pizza.
Oh yeah.
We make the Provel pizza.
This guy.
But what are the two best-selling pizzas? Plain and pepperoni.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that was
And then
for us too.
number three would be a meat lovers. Everyone, they just want to load up the toppings
Right.
and meat lovers.
Sustenance, it's sustaining. It's like
Correct. We did do the goat. We had the goat at one time. We had the pool. The goat was the greatest of all time. It was inspired by these pizzas that were made in the Dakotas. It's winter pizza. So you need to, if you're truck drivers, actually, it was big. It was popular among truck drivers. Right. They would order this pizza with meat sauce as opposed to regular plain tomato sauce.
Jeez.
Oh, nice.
So beefy meat sauce.
Yeah, that sounds
mozzarella,
awesome, man.
And then we threw smoked bacon on top.
Oh yeah.
And that was fun. So we are thinking about reintroducing that, but we also are excited about our wine program. Okay.
I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, we are excited about I don't know if you guys are winos. I like wine. I don't have the metabolism that you guys have anymore. So
actually,
I did enjoy Jameson 12 at one time. It was my go-to, but it's harder to metabolize.
Yeah.
But pizza and wine are like peanut butter and jelly. We're very excited about our So we signed up with Drizzly recently. Drizzly is huge. The new app to get alcohol delivered fast. They've actually figured it out. I'll give you the promo code, guys. Sorry we late for your first for $5 off. For $5 off your first order, use the promo code Sorry we late.
Sorry we late.
Sorry we late.
Yeah, with
Drizzly.
Drizzly to get alcohol delivered fast, which is awesome, safe. We don't need you on the road if you're drinking. You're at home and you need to re-up. Just download the Drizzly app. That's been very popular. And then we also are, we've applied for our shipping license to ship wine nationwide. Because, I always say everyone, so like Total Wine, Costco. Costco's the largest purchaser and seller of wine in the world. But if you walk into a Costco and you ask somebody how
they don't know shit.
Yeah, they just have it.
Yeah,
you have to know.
They just have it. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
They just have it.
It's just a bunch of wine all over the place, and it's like I want to know if it's good. I want to know what region it's from because, like you said, we go to wineries.
Well, I haven't been to one, but
he's coming. Soon as it gets nice
If
outside,
you
he's coming.
develop your palate, there's nothing like wine.
Exactly.
It's in the Bible, and so what we do. So I wouldn't sell. I'm not gonna sell you wine if you don't have a cool label. So unfortunately, I drink a lot of Italian wines: Montepulciano, Sangiovese, Chianti. But Italians cannot design a label to save their lives.
It's all about what's in the bottle.
Yeah.
Man.
California cats know how to. Washington State cats in America, we know how to design labels.
Oh, okay. So speaking of that, what do you think about Virginia wines?
Virginia wines are expensive.
Really?
I have found. My wholesale price is pretty high. There are a couple wineries locally that I am a fan of. I like the Norton grape, I think, is the popular grape.
That's my shit.
Okay, that's your shit.
Bull Run has a Norton.
about to rip his
no.
headphones off.
The Bull Run has a Norton that every time I go, I buy at least 2 bottles.
Wow.
By the end of the day, I'm gone.
I'm trying to get this guy. My mother gets she's part of a Wall Street Journal.
Oh, she's
wine
part of the
club.
wine club.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
I
he sent me the link.
I told his mom about it, and I was like, "Yeah, give the link to your mother or buy it for her."
Yeah,
Does
so
your mother drink Fracchia Voulet by chance?
yeah,
Probably.
possibly.
I don't know
Probably.
exactly.
My mom is the connoisseur, and the family. Her and her sister are. I have some taste for it, just a little bit.
I
but
think
nothing.
I think once you find what you like, you'll have a
Yeah, no, I
pretty
have
good
no
taste
problem
for
with it. My mom's more of a Merlot or Cabernet kind of person. And there's like 6 or 7 other ones that I can't pronounce that she really, really likes.
She liked the one I bought her. I don't even.
Yeah,
remember
so
what it was.
she's actually, I wouldn't say should be. She is more knowledgeable than me when it comes to wine.
Once
So.
you start
We're
drinking,
gonna get him in the game.
like you said, you develop your palate. You'll
Yeah.
start to understand.
But from a marketing perspective, people drink labels.
Okay.
And so I went to a talk hosted by Francis Ford Coppola,
I
your
had-
man, Grid.
Yep.
And the word label was mentioned more than the word wine.
I like
in
his
this
labels.
talk.
Though. His labels is Coppola,
yeah,
right across the
baller labels, very well designed, and
So that is his.
Simple.
that is his. He's tremendously successful.
Oh.
Do you know what inspired the claret? You know, is it Claret? I think Claret.
Mhm.
Claret or Claret? Oh my
Claret?
God! Oh, the sommeliers are gonna kill me.
The
The varietal or the that one bottle was inspired by, all his bottles are inspired by Tiffany boxes.
oh wow.
He's very good at marketing, design, and labeling. And my favorite wine stories I attend, and I know this interview is probably now
It's a good
should have
interview,
been
dude.
should have
You're
been
good.
cut
No, this
like
is-
30
No,
minutes ago.
we're good.
You're good, bro.
Oh yeah, we're good.
But
All
I
we're gonna do
attended
is-
a wine show and see bringing people together, that energy, that community. There's really something special. If there's a podcast conference, I would love to tag along with you guys. You guys are more than
Well,
I'll get
definitely.
open
Well,
invitation to the Pizza Expo to you guys to come in March. Oh,
I'll
it
be
is-
there first
No,
thing.
actually, it got moved to June because of COVID.
Yeah, Cole.
Actually, I'm gonna look one up, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it. We're
Yeah,
gonna take
we'll-
you up on
yeah,
that.
we'll go to Pizza Expo. It is lit. So I was at a wine show, and I like playing word associations with wine. Is it tannic? Is it fruity? Is it acidic? Is it structured? And so there was this wine kind of in the back. They didn't want to share this wine because it, if you bought it in a restaurant, it would be an $800 bottle of wine.
Jeez.
Jesus.
It's called
That's
100 Acre.
crazy.
100 Acre by Kelly Morgan, limited production wine, Cabernet from California. This guy's a rock star. And I said, well, what's that there? And he said, oh, okay, you want to try this? Yeah. He was saying, he didn't have much of it to pour,
Yeah.
of course. And so I said, I would appreciate it. He said, no problem. So I tried it. I tried to play word association. What does this taste like? It was a Cabernet. It was smooth. The color was more ruby, maybe more ruby. It was a ruby color. And I said, what does this taste like? I know what this tastes like. It tastes like gold.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never tasted gold, guys.
Yeah.
This wine tasted like gold. It just really elevated elevated my palate.
What was that? You said 100 acre.
100 Acre.
Okay, because
And if you
podcast
see
gold,
it,
wine gold.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. If you see 100 Acre for $200-$300, buy it. It would be an investment.
It's gonna go up.
Check it out. Kaylee Morgan, rock star. Charles Smith too from Washington State. Very good terroir is coming. Really great wines are coming out of Washington State now. We're selling a lot of Washington State wines. I'm a big fan of Napa though.
They get a lot of rain in Washington. Like that makes the
Walla Walla, that area. Maybe not in Walla Walla. I know Washington State, huge wine industry. And how much is 100 Acre going for now?
Oh, you said 100 Acre Gold?
No, 100 Acre Cabernet, any 100 Acre Cabernet.
The bottle Greg pulled.
Yeah, this is
about
$2,400.
$2,400.
See, I told
Jesus
you.
Christ,
I said you
man.
find it for $200 or $300. Steal it.
Napa Valley, California.
Yeah.
This one right here is
That's
600.
That's crazy
600.
for a bottle.
1,600.
I better-
Oh, that's good wine.
Oh shit.
Oh, they have the Wraith. What's that 100 Acre Wraith Cabernet?
That's the $5.99.
That's $5.99.
Oh, that's it right there. Oh, you got it pulled up.
That's nuts.
I'm about
for
to
a bottle.
man.
If you want to taste gold, but see these are special occasion wines.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is when we start getting more views or listeners, then Joe Rogan will buy a bottle.
Yeah, there we go.
for sure,
That's
for sure.
that's the goal right now.
I'll have I have an elk out back. I got some elk for you.
Yeah, so-
Even though
and we're
you're
gonna do some
even though you're,
DMT afterwards.
vegetarian.
You know.
So and then I had the honor of hosting Mario Monticelli, who is the chief winemaker for Trinchero.
Mm.
They make Sutter Home.
Okay.
They make Sutter Home just so they could make this good shit.
Ooh.
This
Oh, yeah.
limited production.
That's what-
Mario's
that's what-
Cabernet, Mary Sauvignon Blanc. They had another Cabernet, Central Park West. Jared, this was some good Trinchero. It's family estate. It's one of the oldest.
They're about to turn me into a wine.
Italian.
That's what happens. That's what happens, dude.
No, I'm saying
I used
he's
to
about
be-
to turn me into a wine drinker.
I know. Well, he's giving you like.
So I had the honor of hosting Mario Monticelli. The reps called. They're like, Mario's coming to town. No one, and he needs places to go. We'll buy the pizza, and can we host him in one of your restaurants? I was like, yes. And so Mario comes in, super chill cat, and this guy can drink, and he's razor thin, like Obama thin. He's so thin. He doesn't eat, I guess. And
He just drinks wine.
He just drinks wine.
He's very well.
But he's from wine royalty, so he's chief winemaker for Trinchero, which makes the good shit. So Sutter Home keeps the lights on so he can make all this expensive shit that they lose money on.
right.
And his dad is chief winemaker for Gallo, wine royalty,
Damn.
the Monticelli family. And so I had the honor, and I learned a lot from him, and that was a real honor. We've been selling Trinchero wine since then. You could get a good bottle of Trinchero wine for $40 or $50. Really, really, really good wine. Good juice, I like to say. Trinchero, definitely look up Trinchero. And right now we have the Sauvignon Blanc in the store. And as far as my best red right now in the store, what would that be? Casa Smith from Washington State. It's an ode to Italian table reds. Italian table red wines. In Italian family, there's always a bottle on the table. They're called table wines, but they're really good. They're very drinkable. They pair with anything.
I did not know what that meant.
Table
when they say, well, "This is a good table wine."
So you're like, I don't want that. I don't
Just
want
have
yeah.
like, give me the good shit.
Yeah.
No, you got
That is the-
This is the Miller Lite of wine or something.
No, the champagne of beers.
There's champagne and beers. There we go.
I went for one of those the other night and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, but
40.
any Chianti. But it's hard to find restaurants with good wine lists these days, and it's kind of funny. I don't know who has a good Barcelona downtown on 14th Street. I don't know if you've been there.
I've never been.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's
I came in with McDonald's.
they've got it.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, some Tempernios and Malbecs are really good.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm about to be eating Bozzelli's, drinking mad wine.
And all our wines are buy one get one half off.
There you go.
So
I want to. Yeah. Okay.
Wine
Speaking
by
of
that
that,
Glasher, man. It's a
I wanna-
cheapskate, huh?
I want to talk about
That's my favorite Drake line right now.
that-
I'm sorry.
the 19 crimes. Like,
19
what do you think
Crimes
about
Snoop-
the
yeah.
the one that's the popular one right now?
Okay, so we're talking about the 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg collab Cali Red, which is killing it. They cannot keep this wine. There was a hiatus over the holidays.
Oh wow.
We could not keep this. The supplier just told me he got, I think, 200 pallets.
Shit.
And
That's
gonna-
crazy.
Pallets, RJ.
Pallet,
Pallets.
Don't you
No,
lose? You kind of lose on quality if you got them. If you're trying to produce that much,
Uh,
or is it that's just
so-
the label they're putting on it?
So 19 Crimes, it's not gonna have the same flavor profile as a $20 to $30 wine.
Right.
It just isn't. It's a good red blend. And it's coming from Australia. It's more branding, and then, but what I like about it is that it's so natural. You got Snoop, who's about that life,
Right.
and 19 Crimes was a place where the British sent their convicts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah, because it's from Australia.
Australia.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah,
The
yeah.
British sent all the, and so it's a natural tie-in. I'm not a fan of Snoop in this Corona push now. Now he's
Oh, the
pushing
beers,
Corona
yeah.
beer.
Gotta get that
I
money.
don't get that. I know he's trying to stack.
He's
paper.
like Shaq. I view him and Shaq kind of the same. Like they're gonna,
That's like that meme I sent y'all.
you
the
know,
other day.
Shaq.
I'm gonna
Shaq kind
post
of
that.
buys into what he buys like a portion of the company if he's doing like marketing for it. I'm not sure what Snoop does. Snoop will just do anything at this point.
But Snoop, I mean, this is the wine of the number. I don't know. It's the number one SKU right now in this area is La Crema Prosecco. You've seen it. It's the blue label.
I've probably seen. Yeah, I'm more
think
than
I've
likely.
seen it.
La
I'm sure I've
Crema is
seen
the
it.
number one SKU.
They sell it in like 7-Eleven, right?
You could get La Crema in 7-Eleven.
yeah.
And then these box wines, Boda is flying off the shelves right now. And then zero or low calorie wine is very hot, and then no alcohol wine is hot right now.
It's juice.
It's really, and then organic wines.
That's what they sell in churches or have in churches.
Our organic wines are pretty hot right now. We just got some of our organic wines in. So it's like we don't try to compete with Total. Total will, they'll sell something at cost, but the reason why they're doing that is they're trying to push you to their private label.
Yeah.
So you'll go in there looking for Kendall Jackson, but then they'll say, but we have this. And that's fine. That's their business model. And we are more about curating wines that, that I am excited about, like this 100 Acre. Like,
Yeah.
like if I could afford the Yeezys that Greg's wearing, I would.
I've had these for years.
I would buy a bottle of this 100 Acre.
Look comfy as shit.
It's that good. It's just about what we're excited about and what we want to share with the community.
Dude, I'm about to be.
One other thing that I do like about like when I actually go to Bozzelli's because I go to the one in Alban a lot. I like how because I'm not just wine. I like craft beers too. I like how you guys are moving into that. So you go in there, it's like you're waiting on your food, and it's like, damn, that shit look cool as fuck. That shit looks cool. I want to try that one too. And then it's like,
this is not Budweiser country. Oh, sorry. RJ.
Oh, it's all right.
This
Don't
is
worry.
not Budweiser country
This-
anymore. I mean, this is.
That's why I keep them under the table now.
That's why you putting them down there?
No. I just didn't want stuff rattling around. That's all.
Stone, is that another big one?
my big one right now is Solus. They're
Solus.
in, Sterling, and they have one in Falls Church.
Okay.
But Partly Cloud. Oh yeah, check that one out. Partly Cloudy
Partly
by
Cloudy.
Solus.
Wow.
That Solus. That's like their number one beer,
Wow.
and it's. I think they've had it before.
Yeah, I've had it. So I am mostly a Budweiser guy, but like most people know.
Strictly.
Allagash White.
I love Allagash White.
Allagash White is so.
it is.
MGM says that's their number one pool at the tap bar is Allagash White. She said she cannot keep that.
When I was
They're always changing the keg.
Yeah, when I was working down in Georgetown, I would go to Thunder Burger. It's either Thunder Burger or Thunder Bar.
It was Bolt Burger.
No, Thunder. It's like right next to the Nike store.
Okay.
I used to work at the Nike store, so I would go there for lunch and have like a beer or two. But yeah, they would have the Allagash White. I would love it. And Trogs.
Okay.
Trogs
Oh,
was-
Rogue. Dead Guy Rogue is very good.
Okay.
Very, very good beer. There's so many, but they say that but wine is the new beer because
That's what that's how I'm about to be for me.
or no, beer is the new wine. Beer is the new wine. Remember how wine? You had Yellowtail,
Yeah.
but then you had all this creativity come out of California, now Washington State, and of course South America, and then Europe. Italians can still not design a label, but
I heard
But
Brazilian beer was kind of whack.
Brazilian beer,
Not beer, wine.
Brazilian wine I've not had. I've had the
Um,
fortune.
I haven't had it either, but I've
New Zealand, big, good wine, good juice. Virginia's on the map. I'll give them
yeah.
respect. I don't know why we don't. It's been tough to sell Virginia for at our price point.
Worldwide and stuff.
We don't. We're if you're buying a pizza from me, we're sensitive to the fact that if you want to add a wine to this, we need to be in a certain price point for you.
Gotcha.
And so Virginia wines are. I don't know, Jared. If you have a good winery with some wines that I could resell at a decent price, please let me know. But
I would have to think about it.
We're going to go hard as soon as this thing is over.
because I know that like when you go to the wineries, what are they charging a bottle? 25.
Well, I know the one I get at Bull Run all the time is like 36.
So 30,
And that's with the card.
so 36.
That's
You're
crazy.
you're a member. What do you mean with the card?
They have the Virginia Wine Pass.
Oh,
you
Virginia-
get discount or like on like I think it's 10%.
So that's 36 direct from them.
Mm-hmm.
If they were going to wholesale to me, what's 30% of 36?
I'm terrible at that.
What is it? Say that. Say
3.
the- say-
I don't know.
We are not smart
horrible at
here.
math.
Okay, they.
It's like 8.
I'm a marketing guy. I don't
7,
do
8.
math.
So let's say you.
I
Let's say,
can read.
let's say it's like.
It's like 7.
Let's say it's 30. Let's say it's $30.
Okay.
If they wholesale me for 30, and you buy pizza from me for like 15 or 20, now you're like a $50
$50.
check. It's a little pricey.
Yeah.
But that's why Snoop at that price
It
point
works perfect.
sells all day long.
Yeah.
So God bless.
Damn, I was
Trying to tell
there.
you.
I saw the basket. And I'm like, I'll just come back tomorrow and get it.
My
Right,
favorite.
it won't be there, but
I know.
they 200 pallets they got.
Damn.
Like it will move. They're like, this will move. This will be gone. Like
Dude,
fine. They're like Giant Food already took like 50 pallets.
Just because it has Snoop's
know.
face on it. That's
Yeah,
like,
of course.
You know.
Dude, that's my favorite Drake line right now. Wine by the glass, your man's a cheapskate, huh? It's such a good line.
Oh,
It's
by
so,
the glass because you know it's
yeah, he
buying them
said-
bottles, baby.
You said, wine by the glass, your man's a cheapskate, huh?
Who was that again?
This is Drake. This is the beginning of
I can't give him no.
yeah, man, that show was hilarious. When I heard it, I'm like, wine by the glass, your man's a cheapskate, huh? That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny though.
It is funny.
I'm sorry, I just had to take it there. We can end it.
Who was responsible for sicko mode though? Was it more Travis or more Drake?
Whoever did that beat, that's who was
Because
responsible.
that
for
whole
that
song is just a banger.
one. It's whoever did
I
that
think
song.
Travis. I think Travis is more responsible. I don't know. More of his fingerprints on it. I don't know.
But whoever said, "All right, Drake, you're gonna start the song off, but you're not even gonna do a whole verse. Just give us that little piece at the beginning, and then we're gonna flip into another beat, and then we're gonna drop a harder beat, and then we're gonna get a whole verse from you."
I think it's genius. Yeah, one of the best songs in a long time.
Yeah, that's a good album. That was a really good album. That album's like 3 years old now.
Really?
Time is flying, bro.
Yeah,
Sicko
time
mode,
is good.
Sicko mode is 3 years old.
Yeah,
3 years
Yeah,
old.
it's crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
It's timeless. I still listen to it.
3 years old.
La Ferrari
Oh,
to
man.
Jamba Juice.
Yeah,
Man, time is flying though, man.
Travis is talented.
that whole album was. I really like that album. That was a good time.
Good times.
Yeah, that was the year the Caps won
They won
Stanley Cup.
That would make it 3 years.
Where's Travis from?
Houston, Texas.
Oh, he's from Texas.
Houston,
Okay.
Texas.
Good for him.
That's why he can get that slowed down. His father was a musician, but that's for another time. We can do a part 2. Have some wine and some
Happy,
nice
brother.
some bread.
Happy to do it.
And we
Have a whole all communion up in here.
man,
Pretty
what
much.
libations. We can really turn
Libations.
up in here.
All right. So, all right.
If somehow we can move over to.
We'll
We got. I have a bar, dude. We
Okay,
can
we'll talk
really-
about it, but not right now.
All right.
all right.
Just saying.
Just
Just saying.
any.
Oh,
Like, what's the website?
BozzelliDeli.com. We're on DoorDash. We're on Uber Eats. But you can order online, and we can handle the delivery for you
We'll
without
do that.
having to go to those third-party sites. We're on Drizzly for alcohol delivery fast in Arlington, Alexandria, and Springfield. And 4 stores right
See
now with a new one coming soon, hopefully early spring in Georgetown.
Oh,
I
awesome.
see the shirt. The shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm on the
Al-
website
al-
now.
Always, repping the space theme.
Hey, man. Mike, thank you so very much for coming over, man.
Thank
and
you, RJ.
kind of, not bringing life to this, but we know you're a local guy, and we respect that, man, and we want to help you as much as possible. And as somebody who's worked in the business for a long time and things of that nature, it was so nice to have you over to hear your perspective and how you deal things and how you view the business. And I think that's incredible. And please don't lose that ever. So we will hopefully have you back again sometime.
Pizza for
And-
the people. That's
yeah,
what it's
pizza-
all about.
yeah,
pizza
pizza
for the
pe-
people.
I'm in there tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, so you'll probably see Greg tomorrow
Yes.
before football or during football.
Well, I'm getting some tires put on at the mall.
You getting some tires put on?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I gotta get.
So I'm coming through afterwards.
All right, so I guess that's
yeah.
it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 74 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ the Booze Hound, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist.
You're RJ the pizza guy. You're always going to be RJ the pizza guy.
All right.
It's never going to stop.
Great. What are you, the Twitter
correspondent?
The Twitter correspondent. And,
didn't have much for y'all this week, but I didn't feel like arguing with Jared.
It's all right, man. And big thanks to Micheal Bozzelli for coming over and hanging out with us. All right. Please, if you have not checked out Bozzelli's, there's one off of Alban Rd, one in Crystal City. Where are your other locations, man? Loisdale?
Right by the mall.
Oh,
in
shit.
the Vitamin Shop shopping center. And Vermont Avenue.
Yeah.
Damn,
okay.
dude, you're right down the street from me.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I'm definitely gonna come by and
Yeah, Loisdale, we're behind a tire store. Why don't you go get your tire?
That's where I'm getting Firestone.
You going to Firestone?
I have an appointment there at 12, so I'm just gonna walk right over there.
Yeah, that's what everyone else does.
I'm just gonna walk right over there.
So
I always go to that vitamin shop.
Then you got Cool Kicks around the corner.
Get some more Yeezys,
but that's the
right?
thing. I'm off sneakers for real. Like I don't really. I bought these 4 years ago. These are old. I have so many that I just
Big
don't.
money.
Hey, big money. I'm broke. That's what I'm broke because I spent it all on shoes, and now I'm not broke anymore. Cause I don't.
It's all right. It's all right. But hey, man, much success to you and your business. Anytime you want to come on, please, don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to come by and fucking make a pizza with you one day.
Love to
just
come by and shit or make
shit. I'll take a shit.
Fuck, and make a pizza. Holy smokes!
So
Sounds like a good time, RJ.
It's gonna be a great time.
I don't think Mike's gonna have fun with that one.
Mike's gonna be like, "Oh my God, what is he doing? What is he doing?"
Do I have an Italian accent?
No, not at all.
All right, guys. Until next week. Again, Mike, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys later. See you next week, and we'll be back. All right.
Yes.
He's got the.
Throw it up one more time.
The Mad Scientist Lab Podcast.com.
Dude,
We out.
All right.
I'm just gonna blow up to like 350.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The Mad Scientist Lab. The Mad Scientist Lab. The Mad Scientist Lab. The Mad Scientist Lab.
You can't have an opinion on something if you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The Mad Scientist Lab. The Mad Scientist